Zeus, come on. All right. We're doing this shit is we're listening to it. Well, we're listening to people listening to it, which just means we're also listening to it. We can't see it, but that's okay. That's not the important thing. Also, I'm a little behind, but that's okay. We're listening to it now. It's gonna be fun, I bet.
I intend on extending a tax cut for those families of $6,000.
Oh, there was a dab over TOIT. There was a dab over TOIT.
There's about to be a dab over here, that's for sure.
They took a break and there was an emergency dab. I'm just keeping you updated. Dude, the nuts is in full on a display right now. You see the mineral hood is poking out.
I was at least watching some of it earlier, to an extent, and I'm not even gonna lie. It is, Trump's, like, fucking look is so weird, bro. There's, like, something that's just fucking up with that guy. What the fuck is with this? Come on. That's the right dude. There we go. Fuck. Okay. There we go. That's better. I think. Alright. Fucking hell. Ugh. I don't need this anymore. Fucking ain't getting sweaty. Look. What's up? Not much. Gonna listen to the debate now. I was thinking about, should I just kind of just listen to it as it's going, or like restart to it? But I was like, I'll kind of restart to the beginning of it. Why not? But I don't know, maybe I'll skip ahead and just be like, fuck it, because, oh shit. I was listening to some of it, and frankly, there's some legit, like, some damn what the fuck moments. That's why I wanted to go back, so now we're just having a little listen party now, I guess. Terrible economy, very terrible, let me just tell you. Ooh. Sorry for last night. I mean, you're fine. I'm not mad at you or nothing. Though my friend Logan wasn't exactly too positive with his opinion, but I mean, whatever. So fast, my opinion, sir. I'm not the one that really holds like a strong, like the most ultimate strong conviction of it. I just kind of, I'm one of the dudes that are like, well, I want it to be different. I'm not going to hold anyone particularly against it. I just want it to change, so whatever. That's how I am about it. But, whatever. I'm not like, here to rehash it. Honestly, maybe it might get brought up again because I know this whole idea. Both of them, wanted to kind of do this whole idea of like, oh well, let's do a tax exemption on tips and shit like that, which honestly would be fucking amazing and I think would be dope. So I don't know if it's like one of those things that they'll get brought up a lot.
Well, I would love to.
Ugh, fucking talk about what hot. Ugh.
Donald Trump left us the worst unemployment since the Great Depression.
Wasn't a question about border security that I was overhearing?
The epidemic.
But no, job loss though. It's like, what?
Left us the worst attack on our democracy since the Civil War. And what we have done is clean up the mess.
He's latest poker face.
Oh, his eye finally opened.
I know. I woke up for a second.
Trump got offended. He's like, excuse me.
You're going to hear from the same old tired playbook. A bunch of lies, grievances, and name-calling. What you're going to hear tonight is the detailed and dangerous plan of compromise that the former president...
Well, man, they have been sounding dry. Like...
I believe very strongly that the American people want a president who understands the importance of bringing us together.
That's very bad.
More in common than what separates us, and I pledge to you to be a president for all Americans.
President Trump would be
A pledge. Honestly, that's like a repeated thing that happens over and over again. It's repeative pledge.
It's out there. I haven't read it. I don't want to read it.
I believe he hasn't read it. It's not her favorite. I haven't read it. It's too long.
They came up with some
Do a picture book version. I'll be there.
That part's 25. Never read it. Don't even care about it.
And create a great economy like I did before. We had the greatest economy. We got hit with the pandemic. And the pandemic
You gotta
was
fucking,
not
when you're
since
listening to your opponent talk, you gotta
1917,
constantly
100 million people
smile at the audacity of what
We
they
did a
said.
phenomenal job with the pandemic.
Weirdly enough, at least with Trump, I think that would be the best idea. Just kind of like,
And with the stock market,
wow,
it's higher than
what an
it
idiot.
was.
You know, just kind of smile and just be like, what the fuck?
Nobody's ever seen anything like it. We made ventilators for the entire world. We got gowns. We got
Stock is
masks,
up
we
right
did
now,
things
so
that
it's kinda
nobody's
weird.
done.
Serves good out tip.
Bring up-
Like I said, I mean, I wasn't really gonna, like, I wasn't gonna try to rehash it with you again.
Not enough credit for the great job we did with the
I mean, you already know my, well, yeah, I mean, we had a big thing about it yesterday. I don't want to like go back into it again. Well, I wasn't trying to, but my friend Logan kind of did. But he's also very impassioned about a lot of shit. So,
Donald Trump has no
like, when it comes to, you know, things that, in a way, he, you know, kind of sees as kind of like a slight, not really to him, like, overtly personally and shit, but it'll be like, well, But also, when he came over later, I also mentioned, it's like, well, I kind of know you more, so I know your predicament way more, hence why I don't get mad at you. I just let you know how others think about that, which honestly doesn't improve my point, though. Like, I mean, when it comes to those, you know, to those industries, you know, a lot of people tend to not exactly be super happy if you don't tip them. I guess he kind of had a literal direct example of that.
Nobel laureate. Smart people say bad. Smart people say bad. Smart people look. Smart people say Nobel laureate say Trump dumb.
Just good friend, I know, but it's just one of those things where, you know, it's
I can't think of
like I mean, I've made my point about it yesterday. I don't want to like have a whole thing over again, especially when we're listening to who potentially is going to be God Emperor of Earth. So I mean, come on now. Everyone I've ever met give me 4 or 5 stars writer. Well, probably just because you're actually like probably chill and stuff. I mean, you know, whatever. It's not like, you know, the tip inherently means that, oh, well, fuck this person, you know. Run, spot, run? What?
She doesn't have a plan. Take a look at her plan. She doesn't have a plan.
Mr. President, I just
I'm gonna
something
take a
you
look at
both
it.
brought up. The vice
Yeah, how come she actually has a platform now?
Down on this.
Donald Trump has no plan. No, you. No, Kamala has no plan.
Is this a real high school show? They're like, he doesn't have a plan. Nah, that bitch don't got a plan either.
Imposing tariffs up to 20%.
Plan? Oh, God, yeah. It is about, like, whose plan has got no plan and who has a plan.
Vice President Harris has argued it'll mean higher prices on gas, food, clothing, medication, arguing it costs the typical family nearly $4,000 a year. Do you believe Americans can afford higher prices?
This is more boring than I thought it would. What did you expect? What did you really think they were about with sabers and fucking duel?
That would be awesome, honestly.
The only president ever. China was paying us hundreds of billions of dollars, and so were other countries. And, you know, if she doesn't like them, they should have gone out and they should have immediately cut the tariffs. But those tariffs are there 3.5 years now under their administration. We are going to take in hundreds of billions of dollars. I had no inflation. Virtually
Damn.
no inflation.
Trump actually got to hit her on something. Fuck. If you don't like it and it's hurting the economy, then why do you keep doing these tariffs, you fucking bitch? Damn, like, oof.
I have those things.
That is a little oof moment right there. I guarantee you she's going to be able to be like, well, you're
You
whatever.
repeat the same thing over and over again. Repeat the
Whoa, TJ. Aggressive.
Vice President Harris, I do want to
Your economy is terrible. No, your economy is terrible. No, your
The
economy is
administration
terrible.
did keep a number of the Trump tariffs in place. So how do you respond?
Well, let's be clear that.
Well, damn, dude, the guy fact-checked for them. Fuck.
We've ever seen in the history of
Yeah, those tariffs are there for 3 years.
Well, hey, Harris, your administration kept Trump's tariffs, so how do you say about that? Damn. Oh. Trump had a point, but then the fucking debate fact-checker guy fucking fucked him. Damn.
Improve and modernize their military.
There comes Republican again. People have bacon, dude. Do people have bacon?
Do people have bacon, eggs, and bread in their fridge? No, then the economy is ruined forever.
Me, sitting here proceeding to have eggs in my fridge.
Focusing on investing in American-based technology.
No reason to do.
On AI and quantum computing.
Goodness, so definitely am I not gonna reset the box.
Quantum computing, I like that.
Ooh, America's workforce.
Look, I will
so that
make
we
bacon
don't
so
end up
cheap you
having
didn't give me
on the
bacon
short
away.
end of the stick
When I'm president,
in terms
bacon
of
will be
workers'
free.
rights.
Bacon will be free
But
to
what
every
Donald
American.
Every American will be entitled to free bacon.
He actually thanked President Xi for what he
Right.
did
They're
during
both
COVID.
getting a
Look
little
at
bit
his
more hype
tweet.
now. That's
Thank
good.
you, President Xi!
Oh, shit.
Exclamation point. When we
He
learned
loves the
that Xi
Chinese.
was responsible
Wait,
for
that?
lacking in
Why'd you think she's so much there, Trump? Damn, Kamala.
First of all, they bought Taiwan. We hardly make chips anymore because of philosophies like they have and policies like they have. I don't say her because she has no policy. Everything that she believed 3 years ago and 4 years ago is out the window. She's going to my philosophy now. In fact, I was going to send her a MAGA hat. She's gone to my philosophy.
Oh, he's gonna do the tip thing.
If she ever got elected, she'd change it. And
No?
it will be the end of our country. She's a Marxist. Everybody knows.
That Kamala is a Marxist.
I was waiting for it. That was something I was listening to earlier. Oh my god. When I was at least like tuned into this, like that was one of the first things I heard. I was like, "What the fuck? I gotta go back on this thing. I gotta listen to the whole thing in its entirety." What the fuck was that, dude?
Yeah, that Kamala is a Marxist. A very anti-immigrant, very pro-military, pro-capital Democrat. Yeah, that's a Marxist.
Fucking immigration yet, and these people just cannot stop going to immigration. They both are rabid for this immigration.
Destroyed our country with policy
Well, that's not someone to blame.
almost
Somehow the
policy
people
that
who
you
aren't
say
in our country are somehow.
Man, in the midst of the boring bullshit of this debate so far, there is like some hilarious highlights, but oh my god.
Trump, you often touted that you were able to kill Roe v. Wade. Last year, you said that you were proud.
I slaughtered Roe v. Wade with a bullet.
He's gonna say he did that to
I took it behind the shed like a yeller and just blasted it dead.
Reproductive rights. In your home state of Florida, you surprised many with regard to your.
If I was Kamala, I wouldn't even address. I would just be like, yeah, he's fucking lying on abortion, and then I just go back to that Marxist shit a second ago. Be like,
I mean, honestly, if I was Kamala, I'd do that shit because straight up, honestly, like dead ass. I mean, I'll pause actually really quick. Can I not pause it this way? All right, fuck me. That's what she needs to do. Like, there needs to be some dommy mommy energy that Kamala needs to do a little bit. Be like, he's just straight up lying about abortion, and the audacity of his lies are honestly pretty absurd to me. But I want to honestly just bring up that Marxist thing because how dare he say that I am a Marxist? Because I am not, and then just start going on how she's like, for the business, and shit like that, and blah blah blah. I mean, I wouldn't like it, but fuck, I at least look at that and be like, damn, at least she's going dommy mommy on me a little bit or some shit. That'd be nice. It'd actually be a point on her, weirdly enough, despite maybe not agreeing with it. I wish she was a Marxist, funny enough. If she actually was, I would think that would be like, damn, Trump-based, but no.
Current governor's doing an excellent job. But the
They
governor
say, look,
before,
it's the baby,
he
he's
said
born.
the
The
baby
mom
will
says,
be
I don't
born,
want it. They say,
and we
look,
will
give no
decide what
choice.
to do with the
No
baby. In other
choice.
words, we'll
Just gotta kill
execute
it.
the baby.
And I would
That's why
say
I
the
did
baby.
that, because that predominates, because they're
Ah,
radical.
shit. No.
That's
A ladder. No.
No one's fucking murdering babies at the behest of someone who wants a 9-month abortion.
Because he is really.
All right, again, this is a fucking news fest for the day, bro. This ain't even gonna get spicy.
Is absolutely fine. He also
we
says
heard that. That's not true.
execution after
They should have the mics open, dude. They should have been arguing. I hate the fact that they'll mute the mic.
okay, and
That's
that's
so
not
fucking
okay with
stupid.
me. Hence the vote.
This shit should always be open mic, to be frank.
52 years they've been trying to get Roe v. Wade into the states, and through the genius and heart and strength of
Does he mean like
Supreme
federal
Court
law?
justices, we were able to do that. Now, I believe in the exceptions for rape, incest, and life of the mother. I believe strongly in it. Ronald Reagan did also. 85% of Republicans accept.
I gotta give a little nice little knob on that old Reagan skeleton. That skeleton of Reagan's dick must be throbbed a little bit.
This is
What
an
happened?
issue that
States'
tore our
rights.
country
Yeah,
apart
basically, the Supreme Court was
52
smart.
years.
It went back to the states, and now there's 9 months of
Every
abortion procedure.
Democrat, every
Kamala's
Republican,
literally whiter
liberal,
than Trump.
conservative,
Yep.
they all wanted this issue to be brought back to the states where the people could vote. And that's what happened. And now, Ohio, the vote was somewhat liberal.
Is Kamala whiter than
The
Trump?
vote was somewhat liberal, much more liberal. than people thought. But each individual state is
You poor
voting.
fuck.
It's the vote of the people now. It's not tied up in the federal government. I did a great service in doing it. It took
All you
courage to
people
do it.
captioning
The
this
Supreme
right
Court
now are
had
going
great
way
courage in
too
doing it.
slow
And I
captioning
give
this.
tremendous credit to
That
the
guy
six
expects
justices.
captions.
There is no state in this country where it is legal to kill a baby after it's born. Madam Vice President.
Damn!
I was there.
I was just kind of like meanderingly, like kind of half listening to Trump going like,
They want to slaughter babies. They will literally just let the baby just be born and they'll kill them. And this is the genius of the Supreme Court to take out.
and then, dude, the other fact check lady like came in and slept. There's no state where it's legal to do that. Anyway, Kamala, your opinion? Damn. Oof. Oof, but mwah, that was cold. That was some cold-blooded shit.
Donald Trump hand-selected 3
Oh.
members of the United States Supreme Court with the intention that they would undo the protections of Roe v. Wade. And they did exactly as
That
he
was a
intended.
cold-blooded
And
fact
now
check.
in over
It really
20
was.
states,
I took
She
the fuck
got
out.
scored the best point of the night so
Yeah, I
far.
think that lady needs to be up on stage running for president.
Dude, whoever that lady is should.
healthcare in one state
was fucking
that provides
dope.
prison for
Yeah,
life.
dude.
That was
Kamala hasn't
amazing.
had a moment like that all night.
No exception
No.
even for rape and incest, which
You think she'll have one before the night's over?
survivor of
Maybe.
a crime of
Like,
violence
let me ask you, like,
does not
President, my call was this is going to be boring and inconsequential. So far, Paul's
That is
winning.
immoral.
Where did my talk
And
poker
one
go?
does
You
not
think
have
there's
to
going to be
bet
some
your
fights?
faith.
I hope
Deeply
so, dude.
to agree, the government
Why does
and
Trump look so
Donald
bad?
Trump certainly should
'Cause he's
not be
done.
telling a
He's
woman what to
18.
do.
He's aged poorly. He's fat.
Yeah, why does Trump look so bad? I don't fucking know, because he's literally like a 350-pound, 70-year-old, like,
Pregnant women
Why did
psycho nut that is slowly but surely losing his bonkers.
Kevin do something? He's 350
Fucking sour milk, dude.
A 12 or 13-year-old survivor of
droopy.
incest
Ugh.
being forced to
Dude, Trump is not even aging like sour milk. He's aging like a fucking, like, weird amoebic fucking mold that is growing on like the surface of some like old abandoned water that flooded a basement of some factory like 20 years ago closed since.
Sign it in understand, if Donald Trump were to be reelected, he will sign a national abortion ban. Understand, in his Project 2025,
Oh,
there will be
shit.
a national abortion,
There it is. Project 2025, mention number 3.
miscarriages. I think the
I don't know
The
if-
Democrats, they
Dude,
really
dude,
think
there's
people
really-
care about this Project 2025.
Do they really think that's gonna work?
They think they got the book in with the, and nobody fucking cares, bro.
Thank you, Vice President.
He was just lying about what he gained.
It's
Like,
a lie. I'm not signing
Look,
a ban,
man,
and
it's
there's no
Project
reason to sign a
2025.
ban because
Trump's gonna
What the fuck did I talk
every
about?
single trans person personally.
That is some bullshit. It's falling the ground at all. Never been it. Oh, it's not that I can
Trump
see.
is going to strangle every Mexican.
and it may take a little time, but for 52 years, this
Dude, if Trump like straight up like did some shit like that, it's like I promise to just straight up do this because just fuck it.
And I did something that nobody thought was
That would be
possible.
nuts. Or at least, it'd be hilarious if, Kamal starts lying about it like that. That'd be great.
Absolute lie.
To make
And
them
as far as the abortion ban,
Well, this
no,
works.
I'm not in favor of abortion ban, but it doesn't matter because this issue has now
Does
been
it?
taken up by the states.
Would you veto a national abortion?
It does matter because it's about the woman's right and their to the doctor and patient and their body.
Get the vote. It's
Duh.
impossible for her to get the vote, especially now
Yeah,
with
I'm not wrong
the
about
50-50,
that.
essentially 50-50 in both Senate and the House. She's not going to get the vote. She can't get the vote. She won't even come close to it. So it's just talk. You know what it reminds me of? When the student loans terminated, and it ended up being a total catastrophe. The student loans, and then her, I think probably her boss, if you call him a boss, he spends all his time on the beach. But look,
His boss to fucking Trump, dude. What the fuck?
Got rejected again by the Supreme Court. So all these students got
Kamala's
taunted with this
boss,
whole thing about this
Biden,
whole idea.
yeah, just
And
being
how
out there on
unfair
the
that
beach
would have been
somewhere.
part of the reason
Nice.
they lost to the millions and millions of people that had to pay off their student loans.
That's right.
For free.
Yeah, I'm a proud loan payer offer. I love when I had to pay off all my loans, and it's a point of personal pride.
That's
nonsense.
Has said that you would veto it if you did.
No, Scotty, I build my personal pride on how many loans I continue to pay.
I got some more then.
But I think you speak for me.
That's a good idea, dude. I could get like a lot of loans.
You don't have to discuss it.
Take them all out.
Like I'm paying them to get it. Just like you couldn't get student loans. They couldn't even come close to getting student loans. They taunted young people and a lot of other people that had loans. They can never get this approved. So it doesn't matter what she says about going to Congress. So wonderful. Let's go to Congress. Do it. But the fact is, for years,
Let's just go to Congress to do it, yeah. Fuck it. Come on.
And we did something that everybody said couldn't be done. And now you have a vote of the people on abortion.
Vice President Harris, want to give you your time.
Yeah, because a bunch of weird dudes and, you know, just like half of the population should totally dictate what women should do. Yeah, because that's totally a great idea.
Reinstating the protections of Roe v. Wade. And as you rightly mentioned, nowhere in America is a woman.
Are you gonna try to steal that? You can't dunk on that.
And I would like to for an abortion that is not happening. It's
No, dude, you can't double dunk. That was a dunk.
That's actually going to be mine now. Thank you. I'm appropriating that from you, Trump.
You was a dunk.
That is mine.
IVF treatments. What is happening in our country? Working people, working women who are working one or two jobs, who can barely afford childcare as it is, have to travel to another state to get on a plane sitting next to strangers to go and get
I suppose maybe like their, you know, friend or their sister or something traveling with a car. Yeah.
The people of America have not, the majority of Americans believe in a woman's right to make decisions about her own body. And that is why in every state where this issue has been on the ballot in red and blue states.
Let me guess, it's a pledge.
People of America have voted for
have to respond. Another lie.
Oh, no, she didn't sing the pledge yet. Okay.
I have been a leader on IVF, which
I'm a leader on the IVF movement.
No, you're not, Trev. What the fuck is that? What the fuck type of audacity is that, bro?
I am the leader of the
What the fuck, bro? He just, dude, man, I gotta give it to Trump at least a little bit. He will just say the most wildest shit just so casually out of nowhere, bro.
Why don't you ask
Oh, shit. Oh, little spice happening.
Probably after birth. Just look at the former governor of
I want him to
Virginia.
fight.
The governor of Virginia said we put the baby aside and then we determine what we want to do with the baby.
Didn't the fact checker literally just destroy you about that earlier, Trump? What? Oh shit! Now they just went to the border. Oh fuck me! Now they're going to the border now. I'm actually going to be building the biggest wall in America.
Now, bitch, I'm actually building the biggest wall in America.
Collusion against Trump. Amen.
Collusion. Prosecuted transnational criminal organizations for the trafficking
She
of
hasn't
guns,
mentioned him being a felon
drugs,
yet. That
and
maybe
human
we missed it
beings.
because we were just yammering.
And let me say that the United States Congress, including some of the most conservative members of the United States Senate, came up with a border security bill, which I supported.
Because it's very conservative, and I want them damn Mexicans to not come. Do not come.
So we're working there right now.
I'm a border czar.
overtime, trying to do their job. It would have allowed us to stem
Man,
the
jerk
flow
off
of
ice
fentanyl
more,
coming
bitch.
into
Jesus
the United
Christ.
States. I know there are so many families watching tonight.
Well, Argentina-
That are probably immigrants themselves, and I will personally make sure they are deported out of this country. I will put the cuffs on them myself.
Prosecute transnational criminal organizations for trafficking in guns, drugs, and human beings.
I can
Did you know
actually
what happened
stand
to that
to
bill?
listen to her talk.
Donald Trump got on the phone.
I'm just saying, like,
All
if
the-
you're a fucking...
I kind of not really.
I'll draw the comparison to Hillary.
Dude, she is like a different level of cackle. Like, she ain't got no Hillary cackle. She's sure as shit way better than Biden to be listenable, but oh my god, dude, there's an unbearability to her, dude.
Did you arrive on a steamship or something?
Actually addresses the problems at hand. But what we have in the former
Also, you
president
also
is
come over
someone
on
who
the
would prefer to
Mayflower
work
to
on
make
a
a
problem
reference like
instead
that.
of fixing a problem. And I'll tell you something, he's going to talk about immigration a lot tonight, even when it's not the subject that is being raised. And I'm going to actually do something really unusual, and I'm going to invite you to attend one of Donald Trump's rallies, because it's a really interesting thing to watch. You will see during the course of his rallies, he talks about fictional characters like Hannibal Lecter. He will talk about windmills cause cancer. And what you will also notice is that people start leaving his rallies early. Out of
Fucking on his
exhaustion.
rallies.
The
Ooh.
one thing you will notice-
Damn.
Oh, my
Coconut tree mommy in the house now.
And your desires. And I'll tell you, I believe
Talks about Hannibal Lecter.
a president who
Talks about
actually
windmills giving
and I
cancer
pledge
and
to you that
stuff.
I will.
Yeah, not your president. People leave.
On that point, I wanted to
Amen.
do
Put me first.
Let me just ask though, why did you try to kill that bill, and successfully so? That would have put thousands of additional agents and officers on the board.
Based on my own dad said he was smart enough to be a good president, smart enough to not want a president.
People don't go to her
Very
rallies.
true.
There's no reason to go.
There's a section on universal health care.
She's
That's
passing
not going to be a
better
better
luck
luck next election.
And then
Better luck
showing them
next
a different
country.
light. So she can't talk about that. People don't leave my rallies. We have the biggest rallies.
They never leave?
They never leave? What the fuck? What? Oh yeah, like people, yeah, people never leave my rallies, ladies and gentlemen. They never leave. Once they, it's like, dude, it's like, what is it, Hotel Trump? Now, it's, dude, Trump Hotel 2, bro. It's like, once you check in, you can never leave, bitch. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck, dude? It's so weird. I have to give it to Trump at least a little bit on that, man. He just fucking will say the most wildest shit.
Fucking immigration, but she drew blood with that fucking rally
What they
comment.
have done
to
to
him.
our country by allowing these millions and millions of
Millions.
people to come into our country, and look at what's happening to the towns all over the United States. And a lot of towns don't want to talk
Tell
about
them what's happening, Trump.
Springfield.
Tell how it is,
Towns don't want
Trump.
to talk about it because they're so embarrassed.
Oh my
by
God,
it.
yeah, tell us.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs. The people that
The dogs? What the fuck, dude? Wait a minute. Hold on. What the fuck? The grill and the dogs, folks. Out in Springfield. Wait, which Springfield? Springfield, Illinois? Springfield, Oregon? Like, what? Which Springfield, bro? And, bro, they're eating the dogs, dude? What the fuck? Dude, there's nowhere in this goddamn fucking country where people are starving to death in an entire town where they're like, well, I guess we're eating our pet dogs to the stray dogs outside now. Fuck it. It's like, that doesn't happen! That's never happened! Ever! Yo, that is probably legit, probably the most actual wildest shit Trump has said so far, dude. Out in Springfield, they're just eating the dogs. They're just eating them up. Eating them all. What the fuck, bro? What is that? What the fuck does that even mean? Oh, dude, I don't even know, bro.
happening.
Guys,
in
lock
the
up your
meeting,
dogs,
and it's
lock
a
up your
shame.
cats, dude.
As far
Your cat
as
doesn't come home.
rallies
Illegal
are
immigrants
concerned,
ate
as
your
far
fucking
as
little
the reason
pussy
they
cat.
go is they like it.
I'm getting full camera tonight. I didn't realize.
Dude, Dinor might be in someone's dinner poll.
Make America
Dinor
great.
sounds like Dinor, you know?
Oh, shit.
Dinor, damn.
Dinor.
Success, not only success.
They're out
they'll end up
there
being
eating the
Venezuela
dogs.
on
They're out
steroids.
there eating the
I just want to
dogs.
clarify here. You bring up Springfield, Ohio. and ABC News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there have been no credible reports of specific claims that pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the
fact check.
Damn. Let me just say here, this is the
I've seen people on television. Oh, no.
So maybe he said
So
that. Maybe
basically tonight,
for a city manager.
I'm not taking this.
These people on television saying their job was.
I watched it on TV. There was a man that ate a dog out in Springfield, and you as a fact checker are gonna argue with me. Obviously, the orange got up for himself about who, what, and I didn't see. Fuck you. You're fake news. Fake news. I'm suing you now.
What? They're having an dude. He's debating the fucking fact check dude right now over whether he or did not see a fucker in Springfield eat a dog, apparently, or something. Because
I saw it on television once.
oh my god, he sounds like a Facebook wino mom or something, dude. I saw an article in my Facebook group once. Oh my god. Ah! Holy shit. What the fuck?
Dude,
City manager
come on,
says there's no evidence of that.
perfect.
I'll let you respond to the rest.
Oh, I want to see her face so bad.
Not dating dogs, teaching them dating dogs.
Oh,
You know,
God.
this is, I
You
think,
laugh.
one of the reasons why in this election,
Why can't you be serious, bitch? Why can't you be like, you're
Dude, honestly, I don't even care about that much. Like, at least in this moment, I think her being a little jovial, makes sense a little bit. But why in the fuck does she sound like she took, like, a shot or two of tequila and fucking had a Xanny bar, bro? Dude, she's like, this is like one of the country. Like, bro. Like, she straight up sounds like she's, like, on a Xanny bar, bro.
drinks are eating dogs, this fucking racist piece of
John McCain,
Dude, while you're on the dog whistle, it's like the they're eating dogs. Fuck dog whistling.
and Congress member Liz Cheney. And
Whistle
if
to
you
the dog
want
to
to
come
really
here so you
know
can eat it.
the inside track on who the former
All right, fine, they're lighter.
point tonight, the goddamn moderators, bro.
Dude, moderators have wanted to
The
debate
moderators
though.
have both gotten a dunk on Trump.
He has contempt for the
And she's yet
Constitution of the
to.
United States. His former national
How'd you not? Who
security
said
advisor
that?
has said
He has
he's a
contempt for the
dangerous
Constitution of the United
and
States. He's like, yeah.
his former
What?
Secretary of
He
Defense
did
said
not.
that the nation
You're like,
of the Republic
no.
would never
Not
survive
me. I know.
another
What?
Trump term. And when we listen to
Moderator
this kind
for
of rhetoric,
president.
when the
Trump, would you
issues
eat a
that
dog?
affect the American people are not being
What?
addressed, I think the choice is clear in this election.
President Trump will give you a quick minute to respond
Yeah.
here.
Thank you, because when I hear that, see, I'm a different kind of a person. I fired most of those people, not so graciously. They did
Gone.
bad things or a bad job. I fired them. They never fired one person. They didn't fire anybody having to do with Afghanistan and the Taliban and the 13 people who's were just killed, viciously and violently killed. And I got to know the parents and the family. They didn't fire. They should have fired all those generals, all those
Yeah,
top
Biden and
people,
Kamala
because
were
that
at
was
Abbey
one of the
Gate.
most
They set off the bomb.
incompetently handled situations anybody
Die.
has ever seen.
And I said,
No
no,
way.
you'll do
Somebody
it.
You better
does a bad
keep
job.
your
I
migrant
fired
ass
And
away
he
from my
took a guy
dog,
like
you piece of
Esper. He
shit.
was
Oh,
no
oh,
Because
get your
he
Asian
writes a
ass
book.
outta
Another
here,
one
you
writes
son
a
of a
book.
bitch.
Because with me, they
Come
can
here,
write books
Dino,
with
you're
nobody
dead,
else can
buddy.
they?
You're fired.
They
If I die now, I'm about to eat you.
Hey, Zukov, you better keep that door shut because I'm about to eat you, grill you up. I wanted to be kind of a badass and have a little Zippo to use, but this thing got no goddamn fluid, so I'm a little upset. To light my bowls up like this, just like, boom. Then got that little nice distinct. These things honestly are just straight up like little fidget toys half the time. This is like the, early man's, fidget back in the day, dude. Back in like 20s to 30s and shit, fidget spinners basically and fidget toys were just Zippo lighters. Just different types of lighters, because it would be kind of cool to just kind of flick it around, especially if you knew different tricks on how to flick, Zippo and shit like that, bro. But I did find a lighter, so that's all that matters.
poor job.
I walked
And they
in and said
never
everyone who did a
fire
bad
anybody.
job is
Look at
fired.
the
And that was
economy. Look
everybody.
at the
And now I have
inflation.
nothing but
They didn't
lawyers,
fire
yes,
any
man.
of their economists. They have the same
Terrible.
people. That's a good way not to have books written about you. But just to finish, I got more votes than any Republican in
I
history
got so many
by
votes.
far.
Yeah, because the population
I got more
was
votes
higher.
than
Yeah,
president
bigger
has
population
in
means more votes,
history.
dumb
I think
fuck.
I should have won.
Let me
How'd the
continue
other
on
guy do?
immigration.
Well,
It was
he
what you
got
wanted to talk
technically
about
wrong.
earlier, so let's get back to your
But still.
deportation proposal that the vice president has reacted to as well. President Trump, you call this the largest domestic deportation operation in the history of our country. You say you would use the National Guard. You say if things get out of control, you'd have no problem using the U.S.
With local
military.
police, yes.
You've also said you would
Yes,
use
yes,
local
yes.
police. How would you deport 11 million undocumented immigrants? I know you believe that number is much higher. Take us through this. What does this look like? Will authorities be going door to door in this country?
It is much higher because of they allowed.
I like how you
criminals.
just kind of went, yeah.
Yeah, I think I might actually kind of let people go door to door a little bit. Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, dude?
Millions of criminals. They
Millions.
allowed terrorists. They allowed common street criminals. They allowed people to come in, drug dealers to come into our country, and they're now in the United States and told by their countries like Venezuela, don't ever come back or we're going to kill you. Do you know that crime in Venezuela and crime in countries all over the world is way down? You know why? Because they've taken their criminals off the street and they've given
Only
it to
criminals.
her.
What the fuck? Wait a minute. So wouldn't that mean that Venezuela is better to live? Like, is he making like El Salvador, Venezuela, Brazil, and shit? Like,
Yeah, the crime is way down there, and it actually means it's probably better living there. But at the same time, yeah, our country is getting shit.
it's kind of like giving Venezuela an appeal. Like, ain't they supposed to be a part of the axis of evil, or is that flipped around a little bit now?
Actually, they figured out every
This will
person
be
is a
one of
criminal.
the
They're like,
greatest
go.
mistakes in history for
Go
them
commit
to
crime
allow.
in America
And I
instead.
think they probably did it because they think they're going to get votes, but it's not working
What?
because they're
Crazy, because
destroying
all
the
the studies about
fabric
this
of
community
our
is that they
country by
usually
what
commit
they've
less
done.
crimes.
There's
But I
never
guess in
been
this case, they
anything
just
done
somehow
like this
commit
at all.
more.
They've destroyed the fabric
You would think
of
the
our
crime
country.
rate in our country would be
Millions
like
of people
skyrocketing
let in,
too.
and all over the
Yeah,
world.
You would
like
think so, but it ain't.
90% increase in all.
What's actually funny is that crime statistically has been down, like especially since the 90s. Like the 90s, funny enough, was when there was like a legitimate crime wave. But I swear to fucking God, like these Republicans especially have just pretty much have never left that era when it comes to like immigration or crime or whatever the fuck. So they've just been stuck in that mentality, and now Democrats have ratcheted over to that position to an extent, and they also were in favor of that shit too. Super predators, from Hillary and shit, and Biden, being one of the guys who wrote the crime bill. So it's like, I mean, Dems were certainly lock and stepped in just as they are now. That's why this whole like immigration section of this fucking debate is just fucking bullshit to me. And actually, the more I listen to it, now I'm honestly just starting to get like, these fucking worthless pieces of lying scum. How can...
Yeah, I'm actually the most xenophobic, racist piece of shit that wants to just say, fuck those Mexicans and brown people.
No, actually, I am, I'm the one who wants to say that, so you can actually go fuck yourself, you felon piece of shit. Project 2025, by the way, and I pledge stuff. Like, give me a fucking break. Now I'm just starting to get agitated by this. Fuck me, bro. Ugh.
Every time the cops show up, it's like, oh, it's another illegal alien.
Fraudulent statements that they made.
Remember that
Crime
happened?
in this country is through the roof, and we have a new form of crime. It's called migrant crime, and it's happening at levels that nobody thought possible.
President Trump, as
Every
you know,
American
the FBI
shows up
says
to cannibal
overall
elect you.
violent crime is actually coming down in this country. But
Excuse me, the FBI were defrauding statements. They didn't include the worst cities. They didn't include the cities with the worst crime.
Yeah, they literally did. And also, it's statistically just, no matter how far you go back, you go. It's just statistical that, migrants, legal migrants or undocumented migrants commit less crimes per capita, and as a percentile versus natural born citizens. And, I want the fucking why. Because natural born citizens, you're a citizen here. So if you break a law, worst case scenario, you go to jail, prison, and shit. And then you're let out. But, if you're a migrant or, especially an undocumented one, then you get extra deductive fucked and you're deported. So there is a lot more of a vested interest to, not commit crimes. And also, more often than not, they're not even wanting to because they want to, at least try to have, a legal way to have a naturalization of citizenship, potentially, via a work visa or some other means. And most undocumented migrants are just people that overstay their fucking visas because, you know, they're sticking around, you know, well after their work visa or some shit. Like, that's literally most undocumented migrants in this country are just people that overstay work visas and shit. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Oh, wait, there it is. Okay, cool. I didn't take it out.
Yep. Just like their number of 118,000 jobs that they said they created turned out to be a fraud.
President Trump, thank you. I'll let you respond, Vice President Harris.
Well, I think this is so rich, coming from someone who has been prosecuted for
This is so
national
rad.
security.
What is this laugh shit? Why does she have to laugh every time she starts talking?
Has been found.
She's
laughing because she's
Hey,
conveyed.
yo, Trump. No, not Trump. yo, Paul, are you against joy? We need to bring joy back again, okay? Joy needs to be brought back into politics, sir.
Strongly repudiating the things that he says. Not trying to sound like she's trying to win points for the cool mom at the PTA meeting or something.
This on the
I
day
guess you're right, huh?
on the
Cool mom
34th
PTA
felony
meeting.
counts.
Yeah, that's like
So
that's what she's
let's talk
counting
about
on, dude.
what is important in this race. It is
She's counting on
important
the
that we
wine
move
mom
forward, that we turn the
She probably has won the wine mom vote.
Every Friday will be a national wine mom Friday.
Funny enough, that might actually win the vote for my mom. Like, funny enough, she's actually responding. It's like, are you watching the debate a little bit? Now, I did respond to her a minute ago, but now I'm just kind of like, well, I kind of want to respond a little bit more, honestly. Yeah, I'm gonna say something else to her.
I have a plan for. Address
Do you think that it's time to turn the page on this same tired rhetoric? Didn't you motherfuckers win 4 years ago?
Frankly, the American people are
Didn't the page
exhausted.
get turned with your administration?
Vice President Harris.
Yes and no.
Every one of those cases was started by them against their political opponent. And I'm winning most of them, and I will win the rest on appeal. And you saw that with the decision that came down just recently from the Supreme Court. I'm winning most of them. But those are cases, it's called weaponization. Never happened in this country. They weaponized the Justice Department. Every one of those cases was involved with the DOJ, from Atlanta and Fani Willis to the Attorney General of New York and the DA.
Sorry, this is bad taste. Here, your money. Good. Thank you. Give us more money for doing this. And you come here, Dior, you know what's going to happen to you.
Them go after me. By the way, Joe Biden was found essentially guilty on the documents case.
Guilty.
And what happened in my documents case? They said, oh, that's the toughest of them all. A complete and total victory. 2 months ago, it was thrown out. It's weaponization, and they used it, and it's never happened in this country. They used it to try and win.
All right, I just had to say this to my mom really quick. So far, my race have actually been pretty good. Both of them sound like I was going, no, you, while Trump says wild shit. And Kamala just sounds like a drunken wine mom who took a Zanny bar.
Fake cases.
President Trump, thank
The
you.
fake cases, and that is the fake bullshit news.
Weaponization of the Justice Department.
Well, let's talk about extreme and understand the context in which this election in 2024 is taking place. The United States Supreme Court recently ruled that the former president would essentially be immune from any misconduct if he were to enter the White House again. Understand, this is someone who has openly said he would terminate.
Yo, Kamala, you know that's for all presidents, right? So that includes you too.
That he would weaponize.
I mean, you know, Trump is willing to take advantage of shit like that, but what, do you think you ain't either? Like, give me a break. Come on. You're not excluded from that.
For George Bush to
For
win.
members of our military, understand what it would mean if Donald Trump were back in the White House with no guardrails. Because certainly we know now the court won't stop him. We know J.D. Vance is not going to stop him. It's up to the
I
American.
think J.D. Vance is not going to stop him because he's too busy fucking couches and watching women get fucked by dolphins.
This is the one that weaponized, not me. She probably took a bullet to the head because of
shit.
Say about me. They talk about
shit, bro.
I almost died because they weaponized everything against me.
Investigation.
We do have a lot to get.
Went nowhere.
We have a lot to get to, Lindsay.
Nowhere.
Vice President Harris, in your last run.
I like how they just shut down that passion rant.
I think they made a good decision.
Yeah, that was a good idea, just to shut him down, bro.
Go watch it. It's available. Dude,
If only we had the power to talk over the the only broadcast version of this. Could you imagine?
At least
That'd be
every point
awesome.
that you've made. But
Hey, that's what I'm doing. Skibbity bop 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 business.
You don't fucking fart continuously.
as Vice President of the United States. In fact, I would
Well, that's honestly funny enough is what I'm doing, because this is technically a radio broadcast version of me listening to this. It's just I'm listening to a talk show radio, listening to the radio broadcast of it, and I'm listening to it. So it's a little meta as fuck, but I don't give a shit. Frankly, I would be sitting here quietly kind of bored, and then it'd be like, oh shit, you know, like I would just be kind of like reacting every now and then and just being like, ugh. It feels just by myself. So I don't know. Fuck if you don't like it, because Jesus Christ. Ugh. Skibbity da bop bop, bro.
breaking vote on the Inflation Reduction Act, which opened new leases for fracking.
I
My
love
position
fracking.
is
Chill, baby, chill. Frack more frack. I'm taking Trump's fracking, and it's mine now. Dude, the Democrats are literally just trying to be Republicans. Holy fucking shit, bro.
in domestic oil production in
Another fucking
history
Spider-Man
because of
playing each
an
other
approach
issue.
that recognizes
We're gonna frack more. We're drilling more, baby, than Trump. Trump says drill, baby, drill, but we're
I grew up
actually drilling, baby.
raised by a
Amen.
hardworking mother
Middle class.
who worked and saved and was able to
Who's choking on oil pollution smog? Yeah.
The values I bring to the importance of home ownership, knowing not everybody got handed $400 million on a silver platter and then filed bankruptcy 6 times, is a value.
Damn.
I got you there, Donald.
Kind of got him on that one.
Home
Oof.
builders to increase 3 million
I
homes,
exploited the
increase
US
by 3
tax
million
code.
homes by the end of my first
You
term.
should end this
My
with me.
work that is
Especially
related
Donald Trump
to
sons.
having a friend when I was in high school who was sexually assaulted by her stepfather. And my focus.
Why the fuck? What the fuck? Hold up.
You making her a camera.
What? Why would you even bring that up? Like, unless you were like, your friend was okay with that. I mean, why would you just randomly bring that up out of nowhere? Especially that's just a throwaway line. What the fuck? That's scummy shit, dude. Low key. I want to bring up some trauma and shit from my friends in high school or whatever the fuck. You know, like, as a campaign debate point. Dude. What the fuck, bro? Name 4 movies go. The Beast from 1980, American Tail, Dune, and fucking, I'm just going to name another random one. Stalingrad, 93. There you go. Boom. 4 movies. There you go. Anyway, more debate time stuff. That's what we're here for.
That is deeply grounded in the importance of standing up for those who are most vulnerable. My work that is about protecting Social Security and Medicare
Stand up
is
for them
based on
vulnerable.
long-standing work that I have done.
I'm gonna protect
protecting
it.
seniors from scams. My
Unless they're migrant, they do not
have
count.
not changed. And what is
Only
important
my
is that there
position
is a
tab.
president who actually
Values.
values
The
and
same.
a
Universe
perspective
healthcare. I was
that is
totally
about
on side of
lifting
that.
people
I was
up
done. Fracking, I
and
hated
not
that, and
beating
now I love it.
people down.
I used to be against all stuff, but now I actually love it.
It's a big fast tree.
I'm a cold drunk wine mom. I enjoy myself.
Leader who
Oh, come on,
actually
Harris.
understands that strength is not in beating people down; it's in lifting people up.
Yeah.
I intend to
Oh,
be
yeah.
Damn! Oh!
$1 million. I wish I was. My father was a Brooklyn builder, Brooklyn, Queens.
Oh my god, oh no. Now they're all trying to pretend like I'm from the blue collar jack. Oh, fuck me. They're both trying to, oh no, they're trying to do this right now. Holy fucking shit, dude. The more this drags on, the more I'm honestly getting infuriated by this debate. Holy fuck. The more I'm getting infuriated by it. Like, are you fucking serious right now? Like, oh yeah, let me just like, you know, yeah, my father, yeah, totally like, you know, blue collar land building kind of, you know, type of dude and stuff, you know, was a land developer and an engineer. And let me just tell you, it's like literally no, he wasn't, but okay, holy fuck. They're having a fake off. A fake off is honestly putting it very mildly. Like, holy shit. I'm just gonna, like, I'll say this. The highlights so far are the moderators, because, frankly, they're, like, cold as fuck when it comes to their fact checking and shit. Like, they're kind of cold as fuck. I'm not even gonna lie, and I love it. They're actually kind of the highlights so far, especially for me. And then, like, Trump says some insane, wild shit a couple times here and there. You know, and Kamal's had like 1 or 2 different things here and there. I'm like, oh, okay. You know, that one just there, I was kind of being sarcastic. That was just fucking lame. It's like being a strong person is not beating people down, it's bringing people up. It's like, ugh, fucking like some Tom Perez style DNC like platitudes and cliche ass, ugh, cliche. What cliche? The fuck's a cliche? I invented a new word. I don't know what it means, but you know, there you go. Now it's a new word that needs a definition. Cliche. Unless it's already a word and I just don't know what it means. Why should it just mean like some racist ass shit in French or some shit? I'm just like saying like a hardcore racial slur in French and don't even realize it. Cliche. It really does kind of sound like a little bit of a racial slur in French, honestly. Oh, it kind of does, actually. At this point, I think I'm just trying to at least get myself a little entertained from this, because that's the reason why we're also listening to DFF boys on this. I kind of almost thought it was going to be a Patreon thing from how they were, announcing it. I'm glad it ain't, though, because frankly, it was either going to be them or somebody else that I was going to be, watching this shit with, and I'm kind of glad it's them, because then I can at least not take it as seriously. Oh, fuck. Oops, I misclicked the button. And I kind of fell up. Anyway, that's the button I was clicking.
I'll throw you a fucking beatdown, bitch. I'll show you beatdown.
And I built it into many.
You should jump over that podium.
Many
like that.
and you can see it there. Even surprise. So we don't have to talk about that. Fracking, she's been against it for 12 years.
True.
True.
Police, she's been against that forever.
No, she is not. She's literally a cop. Trump almost was about to mollywop her a little bit there, but then he's like anti-cop, when she's literally a cop.
Different policies, like she was big on defund the police in Minnesota. She went out.
No, she wasn't.
Now, you know my.
Yeah, she's talking. Oh, damn.
Oh shit! Oh!
Yeah, she went out. She went out in Minnesota.
Oh, dude, she cut him off a little bit. Off mic, but
Minneapolis.
Flustered him.
She went out and raised money to get him out of jail. She did things that nobody would ever think of. Now she wants to do transgender
release a bunch of criminals. Give me a fucking break, dude.
Arrest women who are truants, because or had kids who are truants and shits because fuck the moms.
And she will never allow
fuck people who shouldn't be arrested for weed, but yet I kept them in jail because fuck that.
On day one, just
Oh my god, I heard that. What? She is literally hold on. She will no, what the fuck? I kinda overheard that. She's gonna end fracking on day one. No, literally she fucking won't. She's going to expand it, you fuck. Oh my god. Oh, dude. Now I'm at the point where this just started to aggravate me a little bit. Like, holy fuck, bro. Literally, no, she won't. Dude, Trump just says wild shit like this, bro. And it's like, what? It makes you want to be like, hold up. And it gets scalloped so much saying shit like this that it's kind of hard to keep fucking track sometimes. At least in a debate performance stage like this, in the radio broadcast style that we're doing right now. Like, I mean, fuck, bro. I mean, holy shit. At least here, you can kind of curtail it a little bit, and he has to kind of, be cucked to it. I mean, but if you just let him do his own thing, oh my god, you will not be able to keep track of it at all.
They got rid of it, started getting rid of it, and the prices were going up.
I reposted two great.
Kind of smart for him to get her.
I reposted two great onion articles. The first, the Dems alarmed by Joe Biden's poor performance. This debate fever. Debate fever. And the second, Trump avoids answering hard questions by pretending he shot in the ear again. Oh my god, he really did kind of do that earlier too. He legit did.
You're weaponizing everything against me, and I almost died for it and got shot in the head.
It's not even the ear. He literally said, I got shot in the head. That's what he said. He said that on the debate, so it's not even the ear anymore. It's the head. He's expanded it. He's moved it a little bit to make it sound more dramatic.
But they take 400, 500 acres of desert soil. These are not good things for the environment.
Look, I've got to tell you about the solar farms, though.
Lindsay, thank you. We have an election in just 56 days. And I want to talk about
Hold on. Actually, weirdly enough, I think I need a little bit of a break, but I want to actually kind of, expand on what Trump said there.
Oh, these like 100, 250 cent makers of solar farm, not good for the environment, ladies and gentlemen, folks.
It's just like, I mean, weirdly enough, he's not inherently wrong, but he just says it for the most insane shit because he's just against these type of policies in general. But, I mean, when it comes to, like, the idea of, like, these massive solar farms not exactly being positive for the environment, yeah, honestly, I don't disagree with that. Because frankly, there have been ideas about making solar farms or solar energy in ways to where it actually can be, not damaging to the environment as well, to, as minimal as it is. And also at least being still beneficial when it comes to gaining solar energy. And you know how we have a lot of these gigantic big parking garages and big parking spaces, like, you got like the Walmart that's got like half of the lot that it owns, being a parking lot and shit. Make those the fucking solar farms and shit. Say, hey, you don't own the, property when it comes to 10 feet above it, or some shit. So make a fucking solar farm, which creates shade for those parking lots. So that's also good. That's a good thing. So in between all the little trees there, those little like tree islands in the parking lot, you got those things going on a little bit. I mean, that's some good shit right there. And that actually, can be, I think, overall a positive when it comes to also getting solar energy, but also being as minimally destructive to the environment when it comes to having like a gigantic fat fuck you solar farm in the middle of the Nevada desert or something, right? So, the same thing, I mean, even though when it comes to like the Bay of Great View, Trump will mention shit like that because it's not that significant, but, those solar wind farms are pretty fucking huge and out there. Put them out in the middle of the ocean. There's a lot of solar wind farms that are out there. And also, there's a lot of different buildings and a lot of different properties and different things that the city, different cities, like I know Portland does this, where they have smaller little wind farms or like little wind turbines and shit that are on, these buildings that pretty much make a lot of the building's energy, at least, cutting, the energy efficiency or at least boosting the energy efficiency by double. Like cutting, the energy costs of, the building by half and shit, which, if anything, also saves, energy and stuff like that overall. So, I mean, I think there are alternatives, when it comes to renewables. I think, if integrated into infrastructure and shit like that, I think it would be fucking caliente. Magnifique. But having like these gigantic, huge, multi-acre fucking farms to this shit, I mean, that's what I'm not really as much in favor for. I mean, maybe if that's the only way to do it, I can get it. Like maybe in fucking North Dakota, you probably need at least one or, two little like farms around, for something like that. But either way, aren't just known for not having a lot of wildlife. Well, they still do have wildlife. I mean, it's just one of those things to where, it kind of helps. Oh my God, hold on. It's one of those things that kind of helps minimize, potential, damages and stuff, right? Yo, shut up, bro. Yeah, shut up. Damn, dog. Damn, bro. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ! Hey, get back here. Shut up. Dude. Get over here. Dude, what the fuck is your deal, man? Asshole. Damn, dog. Our frozen watermelon is like an icy now. My stomach feels funny. It's probably the mixture of the water and the ice and also the watermelon kind of mixed in with your acid in the stomach and stuff like that. But, yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, deserts have their own ecology and shit. Like, I mean, I get there's, like, things like the Sahara or, like, fucking Death Valley or whatever the fuck, but there's still ecology, there's still life that lives there. And, I mean, maybe the silver lining is maybe some of those solar farms actually create shade, thus for a lot of different animals that might live at least, on the desert grounds and stuff, predominantly, like different reptiles and shit. To them, it's probably like, oh my God, this is heaven. So, I mean, it's not like a total, like, like boon or like a total bane or anything, but I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, if you got different avian wildlife in the ecosystem, you know, then it's probably better to maybe like compartmentalize that and combine it into the infrastructure more so than not. I mean, because I mean, especially when it comes to like, you know, these big gigantic, you know, parking lots in like different malls or strip malls and shit. Do you think it would be better to incorporate like different elements of shade outside of stupid little silly little tiny ass fucking like 10-foot by 10-foot circumference fucking little like tree islands, you know, and shit, but also have like your solar panels, you know, as kind of like a cover shade at those parking lots? Maybe you have to sacrifice, you know, let's say there's 100, you know, parking slots in a parking lot, and you have to sacrifice like maybe 10 of them to add some pillars, you know, for these little, you know, for the shade aspect of that type of shit. Fuck it. I mean, because now you create shade for that parking lot, and thus decreases, you know, heat stress and, you know, heat, you know, absorption, you know, from that asphalt, and thus makes a lot of those, you know, these massive parking lots more cooler. And thus now you don't, if you happen to leave your kid or your dog in a, you know, in the car because, oh, I just need to grab like 3 things really quick, and you run in and run out. Now that 5 or 10 minutes, now they're not sitting there like fucking dying of a heat stroke. Which, by the way, fuck someone for that anyway. I mean, just, you know, like, get a leash for your dog and just walk them in there. Unless the store just straight doesn't let you, then find a shady spot. But if not, I mean, but that will kind of solve that issue, right? Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things where I think, honestly, regardless of whatever environmental damages might come from solar farms or whatever the fuck, which even if there is, it's very negligible anyway, all in all. I'm just saying, at least kind of bringing it full circle to what Trump was mentioning with that. I mean, a weird thing about what he's saying with that is, you know, not fuck solar, is that just incorporate that into different elements of infrastructure. Like, let's say you got like a big, massive highway or some shit. Like, you know, the I-5 in Portland, you know, just cuts right through Portland, you know, and there's like, you know, a big split. And, you know, there's obviously different roads that kind of cross over it. But at least, you know, you incorporate maybe some, you know, like a kind of a shaded ceiling and a roofing, you know, system for a lot of different chunks of that I-5, to where maybe you got like some green space, you know, to an extent, but also in between all that, you got little solar panels to help, you know, kind of fuel energy into the city. I mean, like, it's shit like that, you know, while it will cost a lot, I think it will pay for itself in the long run, though. You know, I mean, yeah, you know, especially in the fall and springtime, you know, in the wintertime and shit, you know, Portland, you know, and Oregon in general tends to be pretty cloudy. It's pretty cloudy right now. But, you know, during the summer, it's like at worst, like partly cloudy, at best, just fucking, you know, barely cloud in sky, sun's beaming down on you. Or worst case scenario, you got like smoggy fucking smoke, you know, from a wildfire somewhere in like southern or eastern Oregon or some shit. That actually would probably be the worst case scenario. Or around your backyard, like it happened in 2020. So, I mean, either way, it's just like, ugh. I mean, but, you know, despite even with that considered, I mean, if you have a few sites or a few places around the city that at least are like basically like, you know, battery collectors for this energy and shit, you know, we could just have stores of it at this point, right? Like, so in the summer, you collect a lot of your stores and use it, you know, maybe use like a half of its, you know, energy that's stored, you know, as a way to at least kind of, you know, cut the costs of, you know, using energy from, you know, within the state, like, you know, via like some dams or some other shit. And then, you know, if anything, could potentially cut the use or cut the cost of needing to, you know, maintain like, you know, the Klamath Dam and shit like that, right? Like, so, and if anything, maybe even make an argument to potentially, at least slowly but surely, like kind of, you know, make it, you know, the falls again and shit, you know? So like, there's a lot of different ways to where, you know, these things can kind of, you know, in the long term, I think just be beneficial, even if it costs a lot of money in the short term. But these type of things are legitimately a fucking benefit. You know, honestly, at this point, kind of necessary. I mean, there needs to be an incorporation of like green space / like, you know, renewable style energy, you know, that's incorporated into like, especially at least in city planning. I mean, maybe in rural suburban areas and stuff, it's a little different, you know, to an extent, you know, but even then you can still make these same arguments, you know, for maybe the more smaller downtown areas of these little tiny rural areas and shit like that, right? I mean, it's not like it's impossible even there. Just might be a little more trickier, you know, and maybe you have to, you know, have a little farm out there that, you know, is solar based or some shit. But that, like I said, I mean, if it's necessary, that's fine. But it's like, I think a lot of it could really be solved just incorporating into the infrastructure broadly. Which I think would be pretty cool. Oh, wait, that's a lighter. That's a bunk. Oh, there's the lighter. It's good. Okay. what if we revisited old buildings to be power sources? Yeah. Honestly, I know in Portland, there's a lot of different old abandoned buildings I think could be like, the whole idea that I'm talking about. Like maybe, at least, for some stretches of Portland, at least for the I-5, maybe making some of it like ceiling, based to where there's like green spaces, maybe make them into parks. And then you have like, solar panels kind of like in between different little blocks and shit like that. Or whatever the fuck, like, I mean, it's, unless I could show a map of what I'm talking about, it's a little tricky to kind of like conceptualize what I'm talking about. But I mean, if you look on Google Maps and like see I-5 cut through Portland, you will start kind of seeing what I'm talking about. It wouldn't be able to be possible for everywhere, but a lot of places, at different stretches, I think it's doable. And plus, I think broadly would just help with heat stress, and shit, because there are some times where I'm just like, I remember walking to school because I would have to cross over the I-5 on one of the different bridges, that I would cross over it. And sometimes during the summer, I'm going to school. Oh my God, I'd be like, especially around that area, that just the beaming heat and everything absorbing that shit would just make me sweat my balls off. But like off the max or whatever, before I went there, nowhere near as bad. Once I got to the school area, definitely nowhere near as bad as well, because there's different little elements of green space, or at least different things that kind of help create a level of shade. So it wasn't nowhere near as hot. And that's also another thing that I think people don't realize is things like heat stress and shade and how much that plays a fucking vital role, especially in urban areas, because all that asphalt and all that concrete just absorbs and just soaks in heat and it just sticks. It just stays there. That's why some place like in Arizona, if you got a 110-degree day, that asphalt and that fucking concrete is like 130, 140 fucking degrees, and you could cook a goddamn egg on it. You could fry an egg on that shit. Like there's people that literally, fried an egg on the hood of their car and shit, Because, like, I mean, it can be kind of wild with that shit. And a lot of that is because of heat stress and due to the lack of shade. And I know some environments, don't really have as much, ability for that, like in desert regions. But around here, there should not be a fucking excuse. Like in Portland, in the PNW, there is not no damn excuse for that bullshit. We absolutely should be able to, like, be able to combat, like, heat to some extent. Because honestly, even around here, it's been a little better, but with the new asphalt that's been put in, with Sukov, what is your deal, bro? I even gave you a walk earlier and you're still freaking out. Shut up. But even with like the new asphalt, with a lot of the new with the roads being repaved and renewed and shit after desperate years of needing it, that shit absorbs heat way more so than those old roads did. So sometimes in these, hotter days, like if I'm walking at least, maybe across the street, or at least some of these roads don't really have sidewalks yet, or just they never put them in there for some reason for some of these roads. Maybe mostly like these little off roads. I mean, there is a distinct, difference in like, the heat kind of absorbed in that area versus like if I'm walking really anywhere else. Like there is kind of a difference. Like I've even noticed this, like when I'm, walking to the bar sometimes. I've done it the last few times. And when I'm walking over there, I'm not really, it's actually kind of nice and cool because of all the trees and shit like that around here. But once I kind of cross over to one of these cross streets that they just recently paved and stuff, there's not as much shade, covering that road, and the heat absorption and just that air is it's significantly hotter. Like by like at least a good 10 degrees or something, like you could feel it. Like once I start, crossing that, at least my little path to walk over to the bar and shit, like there's a distinct difference there. And I'm just like, ugh. Like if I, half the time I'm just wearing my t-shirt and, usually I have my jacket or like my little fanny pack thing just on my side or some shit. And I just have my shirt like this, basically, like legit. I'd be like, fuck this. Take my hat off. This is hot. And I just started walking. What the fuck? So I hate the heat, dude, because it just absorbs into shit. It just, once it absorbs, then it just irradiates off. So once the rest of, once it's nighttime, especially when there's like a heat wave and stuff, these just still have the heat because all of it is irradiating off of the ground, especially when you have all this asphalt and concrete and nothing to really shade it to minimize heat stress and all that shit. I mean, especially when you got like a lot of rain and stuff that happens in the fall and winter and it gets kind of cold, at least around here especially. That just adds more stress, to the infrastructure. So my hope is that, like, in the next 5-10 years or whatever the fuck, these roads are still nice. Because if that's not exactly accounted for and they start cracking and looking bunk as shit, I'm just gonna be like, oh my fucking god, bro. I just hope they keep. I just hope they have. The city now at least has a little bit enough of a progressive council to at least keep up with shit like that, or at least a mayor that's worth a fuck. Weird thing to bring up, but in Doctor Strange will have to reverse the madness. They turn city buildings into giant greenhouses to reverse global warming. And honestly, that is I don't think that would reverse global warming, climate change, and shit like that. But I do think it would be a good step to help kind of, at least in some of these different areas, help mitigate shit like that. You know what I mean? That's why I love Portland so much. And at least, because, some of these newer buildings, that have been built up, if you look, closely enough, a lot of the tops of the buildings actually have like little greenhouses, green spaces, shit like that, and trees, like little small, trees that, are native to the area, but are, don't grow big. They're not huge trees, in their nature. So they just grow smaller, it's like they got a lot of that shit, where it's like, damn. And it actually, and honestly, all in all, it does help a little bit, but the thing is, like, it's just one city. Like, you think the rest of these fucking places, maybe some city like San Fran, maybe, or some shit is probably doing it. Sacramento, probably, maybe New York, maybe to a lesser degree, maybe. Like, there's not a lot of places doing this shit, but if like it was a global effort with this type of stuff, I know a lot of European cities and countries do this type of shit. Even fucking Reykjavik when I was there, like some apartments in some places had similar shit. Same things I also should mention about like, solar/wind turbines on different buildings stuff. Like one thing that I noticed in Iceland is that a lot of different apartment complexes and stuff in Reykjavik especially had that shit there. Like they had solar panels on roofs and some places on the side of the buildings. They had like little, like utility maintenance, like balconies and stuff where they had these little, 1 or 2 turbines off the side of it. And it's like, and I was like, damn, not only do they got some geothermal shit, but, whatever solar they get, especially during the summer, they take advantage of that. And then, during, all year, they got those wind turbines too and the geothermal. So it's like, shit, they're just taking advantage of whatever the fuck they get, with that type of stuff. And it's like, damn, that's efficient as fuck. Because, all you got to do with those, solar panels, basically, if you think about it, during the fall, winter time and shit like that, just turn them off and just, because they're not going to be needed at that point. And then just like, you don't need to, really maintain that much, at that point outside, just make sure they, survive the winter, maybe replace a panel or 2 here and there. And there you go. Honestly, they got the shit on lock out there. And it's like, motherfuck, dude. Especially when it comes to like urban planning and stuff. I've been kind of starting to get into these different channels more when it comes to stuff like that. I just recently got into StreetCraft, which it will like, show about like, how to maybe, like make these different intersections and different roads way more efficient and shit like that. And bruh, I already was enlightened to the roundabout, but bro, I'm more enlightened to the roundabout more than ever, bro. Because dude, like urban planning in this country is bunk ass retarded, just straight up. And I'm honestly kind of surprised that like roundabouts aren't more common, to be frank. Funny enough, there's, I think it's starting to be more incorporated in future infrastructure in a lot of different areas, because I know in Billings, Montana, they've been developing a lot, but more of the outskirts of the areas that they're developing have now established roundabouts. And I know the most roundabouts in the city is Carmel, Illinois, because funny enough, the mayor, happened to take a vacation in Europe, and he was like, bruh, and got enlightened to shit, came back and was like, you know what? Yo, our infrastructure is fucking bunk. We're changing this shit. And pretty much did all their infrastructure to incorporate roundabouts pretty much about anywhere they fucking could, essentially, and shit. And I mean, and also I found out that in Oregon, at least the most roundabouts in the city is Bend, Oregon, which I honestly thought, Portland probably would have, because honestly, there's a lot of different areas. If you look on, street maps or whatever, on like, different neighborhoods and shit, especially in eastern Portland, like you'll find that there is a significant, decent amount of little roundabouts in certain areas. Not everywhere, but in certain areas. And it's just like, kind of makes me like, oh shit, that's kind of cool. I think it's like the Lloyd area of the Lloyd neighborhood and shit, where like they have like this kind of this interesting kind of like square like kind of thing where there's like it kind of leads to an X or just like a little roundabout in the center. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool looking neighborhood, but I imagine it's so bougie as fuck living over there. I imagine it is bougie. Bougie as hell. I think I've had enough of a break from the debate, I suppose. I think I've taken an extended break. I guess that's time theft. I suppose, we should stop having a little fun talking about stuff like this. Because I'm not going to lie, it's been kind of like a new little thing that I'm getting into. Maybe I should kind of like hit up Stefano and be like, yo, we should like, maybe do some fun urban planning stuff together. Maybe make like collaboration videos or something about it. Because I know he does make videos about that every now and then and shit, I think. So I want to see if he wants to do that. Potentially. But anyway, enough lollygagging. Let's get back into this nightmare debate. Oh no, my mom actually responded to me about the debate. Oh shit, because I've been kind of talking back and forth with her a little bit. Oh shit, she said Trump handled himself with some restraint tonight. Oh my god, no he didn't. I'm sorry, but not really. Not sure if she has a plan that will work for the people. I'm assuming Kamala. Don't like this 20% across the board in every state business. Let me know. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, now there's just some other bullshit that doesn't matter. I'll grant her this. I don't think Kamala is not going to be for the people, but neither is Trump. And this whole 20%, like a tax across the boards on businesses? Like, Mom, I know you used to own a business, but I guarantee that's over a specific tax bracket. And also, even with that in mind, let's say you still were running a business, that you would not fall in that category. I guarantee it. I guarantee you there's weasel words being used. Honestly, I don't think I heard that yet in the debates. This whole tax bullshit or whatever. I wonder if the tips, tax-free tip shit, comes up or not. Because, oh shit, well, I might have been spoiled because I don't think I've heard anything about that yet. And it sounds like also my friends might be, going to sell it for a little bit too, so I might join them too and give them the scuttlebutt how I feel about things. See if any of them might have, checked out the Debatearonis. But, all right, well, let's get back into it now, I suppose, because god damn it.
Which of course we all know is a cornerstone of our democracy.
Yay!
They're coming and destroy the country. They're coming now.
Mr. President, on January 6th, you told your supporters to march to the Capitol. You said you would be right there with them. The country and the world saw what played out at the Capitol that day. The officers.
Are we really talking about Jan 6 again? Why did I turn this back on?
Telling your supporters to go home.
This is
Is there anything you regret about what you did on that day?
You just said a thing that isn't covered peacefully and patriotically. I said during my speech, not later on. Peacefully and patriotically. And nobody on the other side was killed. Ashley Babbitt was shot by an out-of-control police officer that should have never, ever shot her.
What was she doing?
Trump, do you really want to go down this path right now? An out-of-control police officer? Motherfucker, you're lucky that those fucking goddamn cops and those hogs were not, like, mainly because they're probably more politically aligned with them, like, in a lot of ways more than not. Like, and plus there was a massive clusterfuck anyway. Like, if they really had the wherewithal to fucking be like, no, they're defending this goddamn Capitol, they would have been blasting motherfuckers before they even had a foot going up the Capitol steps. Okay? Like, fuck that shit. No. That'd be some dog shit. Brother.
She just was walking around and they snapped her.
People that have been treated so
Minding her own business.
What about
Walking
all
around,
the
just
people
minding her
that
own business.
That woman.
That woman was just mind her business, just meandering around, on the Capitol Hill, and she just got blasted in the
Oh,
face.
shit, there it is.
Yeah,
said it
voted
again.
yeah, we did that one.
I'm not talking about the border yet. That's because she knows.
What did he say? What did he say? Borders are?
What about those people? What are they going to be prosecuted?
Just almost over
What are
yet,
these
or-
people from
No.
countries-
Shut up, TJ. No, it's not.
All over.
We're not having a
the
good
world,
time,
David.
TJ.
All
I'm
over
having
the
a great
world.
time. I just
And crime
wonder
rates are
how
all
much
over
more
the world
greatness I
because
can
of
look
it.
forward to.
I'm realizing what we were talking about earlier was better than this.
Minneapolis going to be prosecuted.
Thanks, TJ, for reminding me of that.
Bro,
Took over
Tragedy.
a big percentage of the city of Seattle. When are those people going
They
to be
took over Seattle. They
prosecuted?
burned Seattle to
Let
the
me just
ground.
ask
You might ask her that
you,
question.
you were the president.
You know what? Thank fuck you. Stop talking about Portland, but fuck you, Trump. Take Seattle out of your goddamn mouth because Seattle's my little brother, okay? As a Portlandian, the Seattleites, they are my friend. They're my little brother. They're, that also, and weirdly enough, I'm proud of because, damn, I wish that we could do just as good as them in some ways. At least as a city. Because shit, they literally, dude, they straight up got a fucking furry bar out there. They got a pup fucking BDSM leatherworks shop that I want to go to that they got out there. Dude, they got fucking straight up, a fucking legit, kind of anarchy kind of style, lefty district a little bit out there. And it's bruh, why can I not just, why can we not have nice things? Why can't we have that? What the fuck, bruh? Makes me sad. So I'm honestly a little proud of Seattle. That's why, I'm about to go Will Smith on fucking Trump. We go, boom. Take Seattle, my fucking little brother, out your fucking mouth, bitch. That's how I feel. I'm about to go Will Smith on a motherfucker on this one. I tell you what.
Unfold on television. It's a very simple question as we move forward toward another election. Is there anything you regret about what you did on that day?
No.
Yes, sir.
I had nothing to do with that other than.
Yeah, no. Wow, bro. I wasn't even going to, but
Welcome to Capitol and say, stop it.
And again, it wasn't done by me, it was done by others.
Then some crazy Antifa people showed up.
Soldiers. They rejected me. Nancy Pelosi rejected me. It was just 2 weeks ago. There's a tape of her saying she is fully responsible for what happened. They want to get rid of that tape. It would have never happened if Nancy Pelosi and the mayor of Washington did their jobs. I wasn't responsible for security. Nancy Pelosi was responsible. She didn't do her job.
The question was
Your
about
mom
you.
What?
just showed up, had
Former
nothing to do
Speaker
with you.
Pelosi, but I do want Vice President Harris to
You made
respond.
Nancy Pelosi and the mayor of Washington, D.C. was apparently responsible for the whole thing. That's new. I never heard that before. What the fuck? Is that a new spin he's trying to do now? Is he moving? Is this a new goalpost that he's moving to?
Oh, it's Nancy Pelosi and that failed to do her job. And the mayor failed to do his job and making the Capitol Police do their job properly.
Yeah, your fucking insurrectionist, traitorous mob had nothing to do with it, you fucking scumbag. Yeah, they had nothing to do with that shit, with fucking having guillotines, zip ties ready to go to try to, fucking do some crazy, fascist coup d'etat, beer hall push style fucking shit. Really, bro? Really, bro? But Nancy Pelosi and, the mayor of D.C., they're at fault for it. Dude, oh my God, bro. Bro, he either just pisses me the fuck off or just makes me laugh my ass off. Or a little both. A little dos, when it comes to that shit. Because seriously, bro, he just will go off on some wild shit, man. What the fuck? He goes off on the most wildest shit. Oh, man, bro. Oh, my God. Okay, I'm okay. I promise.
I like how you mean
I
the
was at the
peaceful,
Capitol.
patriotic people
I
that
was the
happened to
vice
be at
president who
his
left out
speech
of
that he wasn't even really feeling like giving that day, Scotty. Yeah,
And
right.
on that day,
That's what
the
happened.
President of the United States incited a violent mob to attack our nation's capital.
Being Dobby Bobby called them a bunch of fucking fascist traitors. They ought to be fucking like the tribunals of the Nuremberg. Go Dobby Bobby, bitch! Don't be falling off of a coconut tree. God damn it, I missed click the button again! There's like a fucking, like, notification that's so close to this fucking play button that I'm clicking here that it just is starting to annoy me.
Our nation's capital. On that day, 140 law enforcement officers were injured, and some died.
Annihilation.
And understand,
Some died. I think only
the president has
what?
been indicted and
Wait.
Nation's capital.
But this is not an isolated
I'm pretty sure
situation.
like one did.
Let's remember.
Wasn't it like one Capitol officer died, and then it was like Ashley Babbitt who died? Like, there were a lot of cops who were injured. I think a few of them were kind of like crushed and shit, like when, you know, people stampeded and stuff. But at the same time, also in certain entryways, you know, once, you know, this fucking insurrectionist traitor, some mob fucking, you know, hit the Capitol and shit. I cannot believe this is a fucking debate point that they're using. Anyway, but like some of these fucking entrances, some of these cops are fist bumping these people, be like, hey, you know, I don't really agree with this, but hey, you know, more power to you, brother. First Amendment, right? You know, whatever the fuck. You know, it's like, I mean, it was, you know, some areas, you know, yeah, there was a lot of injuries and, you know, people getting hurt and shit. But, you know, in other places, you know, these people didn't give a fuck. I mean, it's like, do people have this much of short-term memory? Because I remember some of the fucking footage. I remember, like, one cop literally, like, you know, like having like, you know, like looking at, you know, this entranceway and this door that got broken through, and he ran up this stairwell and had his fucking, you know, baton, like an extendable baton out. But it's like, you have a Glock 19 service weapon, you have a 9mm Glock that carries like 21 fuck you rounds that could go mag dump a bitch, and you got like 3 extra magazines for that motherfucker. Like, pull that fucker out. And, you know, as soon as they take a step on those fucking Capitol steps that, you know, in that stairwell, you start dropping some bitches. But no, you want to take your little baton out and be like, get back, but you keep running away every time they start getting close to you within like 5 feet. Pussy. I remember that footage. I don't know if anyone else does, but I remember that fucking, you know, footage that was going on, because I think there was like a journalist that happened to be behind the guy, like 5 feet away from that cop, because he didn't want to get involved. But it was recording the whole thing. That's just one example of these cops fucking failing to actually, you know, defend the goddamn Capitol. I mean, I got my own thoughts about that whole fucking thing and shit, and that's just one of them, because it was bullshit that happened frankly, on all sides, you know, of the spectrum with that shit. Because these traitorous fucks that want to try to do a coup d'etat, and because of the Capitol Police, you know, for having a lackluster fucking, you know, defense on this shit, because they're a bunch of stupid dumb fuck pigs anyway, so shocker. You know, and the politicians for just making this, you know, some sort of an electoral point, instead of the point about like, hey, we have like an actual like fucking movement of people that want to like be legitimate traitors to the country, and using this whole nationalistic democracy point for that shit. But no, they're just a violent mob. It's fucking horse shit.
Where there was a mob of people carrying tiki torches, spewing anti-Semitic hate.
What, Charlottesville?
And what
We're going back to Charlottesville now?
What I'm saying? There were fine people on each side. Let's remember.
Are we going back in time now? Why are we going back to Charlottesville? What the fuck?
The president said.
Is it 2024 or is it like 2016, 2017, 2020? Like what fucking years is debate supposed to be taking place in?
I say we don't have to go back. Let's not go back. We're not going back. It's time to turn the page. And if that was a bridge too far for you, there is a place
Fucking Bob's
in my campaign for you to stand
There I go.
for country, to stand for our democracy, to stand for rule of law, and to end
Yeah, I love
the
me
chaos,
some rule of law.
and to
One
end
Rule of law.
I will be a bigger
Bob
fascist.
Seger.
I will be the bigger fascist.
Got to stand together,
don't like the
stronger
outcome.
together.
And be clear on that point. Donald Trump, the candidate, has said in this election there will be a bloodbath. If this and the outcome of this election is not to his liking,
There will be blood.
let's turn the page on this.
Fucking TJ.
Let's not
Let's
go back.
chart
God
a
damn it.
course for the future.
You think the DNC's just show us they don't
Chart the course for the future because we must be unburdened by what has been, bro.
What, bro?
We must be unburdened by what has been.
Right now, bro.
Because that was where bloodbath was.
I can't.
Also, one Charlottesville.
What'd
That
you say,
story
Paul?
has been, as you would say, deep.
I just I can't believe what's on the fucking stage right now, bro. This timeline is nightmarish.
It's so nightmarish.
No, you're happy. You love this choice.
Fuck you, TJ.
I mean, there's a part of me that does love that.
Okay, fuck you,
The
TJ.
Joker part of me loves that.
Chaos must continue. It's all coming together as it all falls from the seams.
Yeah, that part of me that part
Fuck,
of me is
TJ's kind of right. God damn it.
This other part of me that doesn't want to die.
God damn it.
Washington, D.C. during this debate, because we're wasting a lot of time, go down to.
Yeah, you're the one rambling off like a lunatic, you fuck. Oh, what?
And let her sign a bill to close up the border because they have the right to do it. They don't need bills. They have the right to do it. The president of the United States, you get him out of bed, you wake him up at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you say, come on down to the office, let's sign a bill. If he signs a bill that the border is closed, all he has to do is say it to the Border Patrol, who are phenomenal. If they do that, the border is closed. Those people are killing many people, unlike J6.
That's all he's gonna do.
Immigration here tonight. I do want to focus on
Wake him up and
What?
say, hey, the border's
because it really
closed.
brings us this
It's
into
just
focus
closed
truth,
now.
In these times that we're living in. Mr. President,
Why is there no crowd? Because my agreement
landslide. In the past
You're in the
couple of
crowd.
weeks leading up to this debate, you have said
They didn't like how people cheered for Trump back in 2016 or 2020. So they made new rules now that nobody gets to be there.
I acknowledge it at all. I
But you
said
did
that
say that.
sarcastically. You know that. It was said, oh, we lost by a whisker. That was said sarcastically. Look,
What?
there's so much proof. All you have to do is look at it. And they should have sent it back to the legislatures for approval. I got almost 75 million votes, the most votes any sitting president has ever gotten. I was told if I got 63, which was what I got in 2016,
Biden
you
did,
can't be beaten.
but okay.
The election, people should never be thinking about it. An election is fraudulent. We need two things. We need walls. And we have to have it. We have to have borders. And we have to have good elections.
We need walls?
Elections
What's walls
are
gonna do for
bad.
us?
And a lot of these illegal
TJ, we need walls in this
immigrants,
country.
they're trying to get them.
Hold on.
They can't even speak
I sound like
English. They
Barbra
don't even know
Streisand
what
in South
country
Park
they're
all of
in
a sudden.
practically.
We need walls. We need borders. And we need, well, what was that even the other thing? Like, good elections? Like, what? Dude, this is driving me fucking psycho. Oh my God. I'm going Joker a little bit over this. Oh my God. You know what? This actually, my bladder needs to go. I'm going to be right back. I'm swinging late because Arriba-doo-ah. Oh my God. We need walls, we need good borders, and we need good thorough elections. Like, what the fuck? Oh my God, dude. Holy fucking Arriba-doo string bing ah, bro. Look, dog. You're a battering ram. Why did you? You're a psycho, dog. Are you just trying to sow chaos? Are you the Joker that's within us all?
reapy do, a puppy do, ah.
Man, it's always a pain in the ass having to carry over here.
A puppy do, ah. A reapy do, ah.
He's just like me.
Oh, you always do this. A reapy do,
You're a little lazy bones, you know that? Look at you. No. He's such a smoosh. Little smoosh ball. Really? You really love knocking shit over, do you? Boop. There you go. Move along, Doc. Go. I was only hugging you for a minute. I need my little therapy dog for a second. I needed to repeat a puppy do off.
Border Patrol is not phenomenal. And agents are known to help criminals smuggle drugs and people in the country. These pieces of video.
How dare you say that? So wrong. We should just brave men and women.
You know this.
We need
your allies.
big, beautiful wall, big, beautiful booty.
No judge looked at it. They said we didn't have standing. That's the other thing. They said we didn't have standing, a technicality. Can you imagine?
Technicality!
Kind of like not a technicality.
I lost, but only due to a technicality.
That's how
We didn't have a
lost.
case, so we
If
didn't
you look at
win.
the facts
It's a
of it,
technicality.
you
Look, we had no evidence in our
I'll show
position.
you
It was a
Georgia, I'll
technicality,
show
all right?
you
Let's go.
Wisconsin, I'll show you Pennsylvania, and I'll show you. We
You
have
just
so
didn't
many
win, bro.
facts and statistics, but you know what? That doesn't matter because we have to solve the
Dylan, you
problem
didn't
that we
win.
have right now.
You didn't
That's
win,
old
bro.
news.
Sorry,
The problem
you
that
didn't
we have
win.
right now
You lost.
is we have a nation in decline, and they have put it into decline. We have a nation.
Who's they?
Keep dying, David.
Kamala's
They.
nation is dying.
You heard the president.
Because he wants to, he wants to keep her under Biden's shadow.
The election.
And I think also maybe to a lot of other, elements and factions in his base that he knows supports him, they could be useful. Juice. The juice. That juice. We has juice. It's like, that's basically is what's going, like, I guarantee you there's a little bit of a multi-pronged thing going on there where I'm absolutely motherfucking reapy-doo. I'll guarantee you that there is some fucking, like, dog whistle going on. Like, straight up. Because the only time, like, usually right-wingers, when it comes to saying they and really, emphasizing and continuously saying that over and over again, that usually means there's a dog whistle. Just straight up. It's like the Family Guy bit where it's like, you got that dog who's just like, oh yeah, please, bitch, give it to me. All like tied up, and then, she just like blows into it. And he's like, oh, yes! Oh, let me do oh, yeah. That's basically what's going on. They're like, oh yes, Trump, continue to say they, because it enforces my mouth. That's what's going on, basically.
That was led by President Biden.
Everything she does is her and Biden.
But I do want to
That's
ask
probably
about
why.
something that's come up in the last couple of
It kind
days.
of
This is
just
a
was.
post about President Trump
I think.
about this upcoming election.
That'd be my
just
guess.
weeks away. He said, when I win, those people who cheated,
We're going
nebulous
Cowboys stats
donors,
now.
voters, election officials, he says will be prosecuted to the fullest extent
hat.
of the law, which will include long-term prison sentences. One of your campaign's top lawyers responded saying, we won't let Donald Trump intimidate us. We won't let him suppress the vote. Is that what you believe he's trying to do here?
Donald Trump was fired by 81 million people. And clearly he had a very difficult time processing that. But we cannot afford to have a president of the United States who attempts, as he did in the past, to upend the will of the voters in a free and fair election. And I'm going to tell you that I have traveled the world as Vice President of the United States.
I've been around.
And
the world.
Wait a minute, hold on. You were literally questioning about, like, you're the border stopper, you've never been to the border, but you're like, well, I've never been to Europe either. You have not been around the world. Shut the fuck up. Like, oh my god, what a lie, dude. Oh my god, dude. Is this actually getting near the end? It sounds like it's kind of getting there, but I don't know if it is or not yet.
They're laughing because I'm so funny.
And they say you're a
They're laughing at him,
disgrace.
and they're saying he's a disgrace.
And when you
They're saying
then
he's a
talk
loser.
in this way,
He's a loser.
in a
Not a
presidential
loser.
debate, and
Look, I
deny
know losers, Governor.
what
Looking
over
right
and
at you.
over again
Loser.
are court cases
Loser.
you have lost because you did, in fact, lose that election. It leads one to believe that perhaps
You lost,
we do
Donald.
not have in the candidate to my right the temperament or the ability to not be confused about fact. That's deeply troubling, and the American people deserve
Don't let
better.
him off with confusion.
I'll give you 1 minute.
Just call him a fucking liar.
Call
Call him a lying, dangerous idiot moron.
I mean, seriously.
He's a tough person, smart.
Is she, though?
Minister of Hungary. They said, why is the
Wait,
whole
who?
world blowing
Get
up?
tough
2
on
years
it.
ago it wasn't.
Look
Why
to
is it
Hungary.
blowing up? He said, because you need Trump back as president. They were afraid of him. China was afraid, and I don't like to
China.
use the word afraid, but I'm just quoting.
Yeah, let's like talk to the foreign minister, of Viktor Orban's administration, as like, a bastion of any good faith fucking argument on who or who shouldn't be a fucking president of this country. Why in the fuck are you talking about like some foreign Hungarian weird fascist, like, wannabe Nazi fuckball, to some sort of like metric of what who or who shouldn't be running this country, you fucking Nazi stupid fucking retard. Like, give me a break, you fucking orange shit. So ridiculous.
Was afraid
China.
of him. North Korea was afraid of him. Look at what's going on with North Korea. But
Him?
Look at
Who?
he said
Man.
Russia was
What?
afraid of him.
Rocket
I
Man
ended the
love me.
Nord Stream 2 pipeline, and Biden put it back on day one, but he ended the XL pipeline. The
Terrible.
XL pipeline in
Shit.
our country.
Oh my god, a person had a fucking Rob button again. Jesus Christ. Third time's a charm, ain't it, huh? Lovely.
In our country, he ended that, but he let the Russians build a pipeline going all over Europe and heading into Germany. The biggest pipeline.
Germany? Wait a
What?
minute.
Orban
What?
said it. He said the most respected, most feared person is Donald Trump. We had no problems
Look,
when
Ukraine,
Trump was
Paul,
president.
I'll solve
But
it
when
one
this
day.
weak, pathetic
day,
man
done.
that you saw at
Day one, dude.
just a few months ago,
Ukraine
and if he
over.
weren't in that
I'll
debate,
solve
he'd
it
be
as
running
this.
instead of
Russia
she
can
got
have
no
whatever you
votes.
want.
He got 14
Yeah, Russia gets everything.
You talk about
Look,
a threat
Russia
to
gets
democracy.
Ukraine. We call
He
it a
got
day.
14 million
I solved
votes, and
it.
they threw him out of office. And you know what? I'll give you a little
I mean,
secret. He
that would solve
he
it.
can't stand her. But he got
I
14
wish.
votes. They threw
How
him
come
out.
that would
She got
actually be the Trump
0
plan?
votes. And when
I mean, honestly, I really fucking wish that, like, if one of these fucking presidents or potential presidents would just, like, yeah, I could just end it on day one. Or I'll end on day one. Like, I wish that was the case. I mean, frankly, at this point, considering how much, like, blood has been spilt over this bullshit and everything else in between, you would think, like, oh, well, yeah, let's, like, be predominant on trying to, like, get peace talks going. But no, it's just like, yeah, let's throw another $2 billion of weapons. That's pretty much what's been going on. So, like, can we at least, like, I don't know, like, have more predominantly on peace talks and shit at this point? Instead of weapon stuff, and, like, maybe start giving medical and humanitarian aid to, like, help recover when it comes to, like, casualties, whether military or civilian personnel otherwise and shit. It's like, can we maybe focus on that instead? When it comes to international aid, or at least, when it comes to, the war effort over there, that would be probably better use of foreign funds. But who do I know? I'm just like a crazy woke lefty who's just a plebeian, so I'm just a serf.
I mean, I think that kind of
to
probably is
leave
the
because
Trump
she
plan.
failed, and now she's
Look, I
running.
trust
I don't
Putin.
On
understand.
a long enough time scale, though, I think that's all for the Democratic
Very well.
Party.
Turning now to
Yes.
the
Very well
Israel
could be.
Hamas war and the
Oh boy, here we go.
Israel.
Oh no,
Vice President
Israel,
Harris
Palestine.
Find a way to argue about this issue that you're on the same side of, huh? Let's find
It
out.
matters how. Humanitarian law must be respected.
Holy
Israel
fuck,
must
dude.
do more to protect innocent.
Hey, so we're gonna talk about the subject of Israel, Hamas. I love that phrase, by the way. Instead of Israel and Palestine, it's Israel and Hamas. But it's like, hey, yo, you two politicians who pretty much have the exact same position about this. What are your thoughts about this issue? Oh my fucking god, here we go. Jesus Christ. What you know what? Maybe Kamala might be go dumb mommy a little bit on this one. And maybe we'll see. Let's see.
You said
let's
that
hear, I
9
guess.
months ago. Now an estimated 40,000 Palestinians are dead. Nearly 100 hostages remain.
So come on, like, I really wish you wouldn't bring this up, actually.
There's not a deal in the making. President Biden has not been able to break through the stalemate. How would you do it?
Well, let's understand how we got here.
Oh, she's in.
October
Okay.
7, Hamas.
Oh, here we go.
Fucking god, great start.
Let me suck some Israel dick.
1,200.
Let me condemn Hamas.
Many of them young people who are simply attending a concert. Women,
Oh my god!
absolutely. I'm saying now. Israel has a right to defend itself. We would.
Oh, right to defend itself. I heard that. Here we go. Israel cocksuckling.
Far too long. Innocent Palestinians, children and mothers. What we know is that this war must end. It must end immediately, and the way it will end is we need a ceasefire deal and we need the hostages out. And so we will.
Are there any alive anymore?
Work around the clock. Also understand.
Okay, you know what? Hold on.
Chart a course.
Are there any fucking hostages that are even alive anymore? Because either like they starved to death or fucking Israel bombed the fuck out of them at some point or another. Like, are there any who are even alive anymore at this point? Why in the fuck is that even being brought up anymore when, like, pretty much every time they ever get recovered, they're pretty much dead, you know, usually after a fucking Israeli bombing raid somewhere in fucking Gaza or some shit. I mean, it's like, so what the fuck? Are there any of them even alive? Are there any left to be recovered? Because at this point, it's recovered, not, you know, reunited with their families and shit. It's more like recovered their bodies so they can, you know, have a proper fucking burial. Because instead of being, you know, just lost to some fucking, you know, caved in tunnel or fucking rubble or some shit. I mean, like, oh my god. I would say I want to take a break from the fucking debate, but honestly, going on a tangent about this would just not make it any better. So, you know, fuck it. Like,
Solution. And in that solution, there must be security for the Israeli people and Israel, and an equal measure for the Palestinians. But the one thing I will assure you always, I will always give Israel the ability to defend itself.
Oh,
there's a dog whistle.
And any
There it is. There it is. I ain't gonna give a fuck about the Palestinians. I ain't gonna give a fuck about, you know, their plight or the civilian populace because I'm gonna say, fuck.
FBI, come on, bitch.
I'm talking about. I'm reacting to the debate right now. And hold on, I'm in a rant right now. This fucking cunt just fucking said, you know, I'm going, dude, get fucking Zukov out. Shut him up. Dude, like, this fucking cunt was like, I basically just implicitly said, I ain't gonna give a fuck about the plight of Palestinians and shit, because the Israeli-Palestinian topic just came up. This fucking wretched bitch, dude.
I mean, I don't think Kamala's gonna do anything about
it. Ain't done yet. I'm sticking around till this shit's over.
Where we can rebuild Gaza, where the Palestinians have security. So
I'm reacting to it as I go along, so I'm well behind now, but I still react to it raw, though.
Determination and the dignity they so rightly deserve.
Rebuild Gaza to be
I wasn't gonna drink beer anymore.
Dead
Fun just kind of pissed me off.
Settlers is the
well,
and I still want to hang out, but I need to take the edge off because I got a little. You saw me. I got a little pissed off.
Russia would have never.
Hold on.
I know Putin very well.
We can talk about.
Shut the fuck up.
This shit's to kind of get
millions of people when you add it up. Far worse than people understand what's going on over there.
I was thinking about that after this, yeah. After this, not an hour and a half.
Even meet with Netanyahu when he went to Congress to make a very important speech. She refused to be there because she was at a sorority party of hers. She went to
that speech by Netanyahu was very
important. Israel. If she's president, I believe that Israel will not exist within 2 years from now. And I could
What just happened?
I've been listening to it. Just get one for the kitchen.
Population Because
Is there a bottle of ice?
No, a knife, buddy. Go to the kitchen, grab a knife.
Jewish people, Israel will be gone. It would have never happened.
What?
Iran
Israel
was
will be
broke
fucking
under
gone.
Donald Trump.
Damn.
It'd be obliterated if it wasn't for me.
$300 billion because they took off all the sanctions that I had. Iran had no money for Hamas or Hezbollah or any of the 28
They're
different
broke, dude.
spheres.
Joe Biden said, here you go,
And they
funnel
are
this money into
spheres
more
of terror.
wars.
Horrible
Attack
terror.
Israel.
They had no money. It was a
Day
big
one,
story, and you
cracking
covered it very well,
2 years
actually.
in,
They had
Israel
no money
done.
for terror. They were broke. Now they're a
Jews,
rich
she hates
nation.
the
And
Arabs.
now
4 years,
what they're
TJ,
doing
America
is they're
gone.
spreading that money
She
around.
hates them.
Look at what's happening with the Houthis and Yemen.
2
Look
years,
at what's
Israel
going on in the
doubles
Middle
in
East.
size.
I kind of want to hear what Trump's saying. He's kind of talking
That's
too much.
settled and fast.
We all-
I mean,
Looking
a lot of it is, like, I'll say this much. I mean, a lot of
I'm
it's
fine with him to like hear what he said, then stop and then say what you want to say. I'm just
the
getting jumbled.
TLDR view. I mean, I'll say this much: Trump ain't saying really much that is important because a lot of it. Because, dude, I've been listening to this from the very fucking beginning. Like, dude, his ass has literally just been constantly just like, all right, they just had like no money and this and that, and then just like yammer on about like some random shit that really probably is just not true at all. That's kind of the main reason why they become like kind of.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, a little bit. And that's kind of the reason why, too, because, like, it's either going to be like, oh, just have to, like, sit here and, like, listen to this absurd lies and, like, or, you know, at least have a little comedic relief. So I prefer the comedic relief
I
out.
really need be. You can use my tooth.
I got this.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? God damn it. Give it to me.
What?
Use a lighter.
I got this.
Use a lighter.
God damn it, I got this. Do not.
Yeah, that's expensive beer. It's like a $7 beer. Just saying.
I tried that already.
There you go.
That's because I already had it loosened.
Yeah, well.
Teamwork,
You know, yeah,
teamwork,
it's called teamwork makes the dream work, baby.
Baby, all right.
I ain't going that far, faggot.
Whoa.
Well, hey, I ain't saying cross-dresser queer.
Whoa. Whoa.
You want to talk about me? I know some shit about you. We can go.
Shut up.
We can go on the
Shut
street and say
up.
some shit, Andrew.
We're speaking some hard truths here.
I'm just being
I'll
fat.
knife you right in the back. I don't give a shit.
Oh, you're throwing some sass. I had to throw
I
some
think we
sass
all
back.
have some dirt on each other here.
I got some bad dirt on your ass.
We
Man,
got
if you
some-
want to play with this fire, let's go ahead, man.
We all know Andrew's a freak, but you be.
Oh, this is shit.
I
that
mean,
you don't
thank
even
you,
know
but
about.
fuck you too at the same time.
I know some shit. I lived with the pool. I've seen some stuff.
I've seen way worse.
I love how it just immediately became about me.
It became about me. This is the fake news media at work, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, you wish this was some fucking fake news.
Oh, dude, I'm playing around, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Apparently, you're playing around a little tipsy yourself.
I'm not even tipsy.
You've been doing some weird shit too, Harley. Like, let's not.
Hey.
The freak should not condemn the other freak. Let's just,
In fact, we should sing solidarity as freaks.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, there we go.
It's
There we
okay.
go. That's see.
It's okay. You're both weird.
There's some shit. This motherfucker is way weirder than I am.
Well, I'm the furry and you're not, so by proxy, duh.
Furry shit's pretty damn weird.
Well, I mean, honestly, if you think about it, it's been about as old as human history, though, because of animism being like kind of,
I don't know, like.
There's a different mindset there.
Well, I mean,
the practice on the surface might be the same, but what's going on in here, totally different.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I actually think it's honestly the opposite in a way. I think hold on.
You're talking animism. I'm talking goat fucker shit.
Okay, well, that's completely different. That's a wholly different thing. That's a whole different ball game.
That's what I'm saying. It might on the surface.
There are definitely a lot of people like that for sure, but there are a lot of people that I think
it's different. This dude knows he's fucking a goat. The indigenous dude who's having sex with his wife and a goat to make some weird god baby thing.
God baby thing, damn.
You know what I'm talking about.
I understand what you're talking about, yeah.
That's a different thing going on. They don't think they're having sex with a goat. They're trying to like build a fucking
like there's
goat
like a
god.
there's almost there's like an extra like kind of spiritual like connection with
He will
Mother
be
Earth,
the leader
and there's
of our
like
tribe.
yeah, that's kind of
He will be Baphomet.
He has mountain goat in his ass. He's human mountain goat.
I'm waiting for him to stop so I can take a drink of my beer so I won't want to spit it out.
Well, we also have a little juice at least.
Jim and the Leahys. Jim and the clan of Leahys.
Jim and the Leahy clan.
Yeah, Jim and the Leahy clan. There we go.
That should be a band name. And the first album should be called Liquor Propane.
Hey, Liquor Propane.
EP album, dude.
Yeah. The shit wins. The shit wins. Wins of shit.
Damn, 12.5. Fuck this.
Well, you're about to get Lady Bigitties.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drink this shit slow.
I fucking fucked up not my big toe, but the one next to it in the river when I fell off my paddleboard yesterday. Fucking almost ripped my whole nail off.
On a rock?
I had to do some I didn't feel it till later, but I had to do some I actually had a little internal bleeding thing under the nail.
Ooh.
Like blood that clotted up under the nail.
Yeah.
I had to do a little surgery last night on my toe with some fucking clippers. Oof.
Do not ever rip the fucking toenail off. I've done that and not
no shit. Yeah, that's not.
Took a long time to grow back.
Oh yeah, it took about a year.
Yeah.
People used to look at my feet and they're like, "Yo, you're missing like a fucking toenail," and I was like, "I know." I couldn't save the bitch.
That shit can get infected, man. That's
yeah. I remember honestly, funny enough, back in
protect you.
I had a 3-year period in high school where I had an ingrown toenail to where there was off and on infected, but it just refused to kind of grow back to normal after a certain extent. But it eventually healed back, and afterwards.
If you look at this big toe, I did it last night. And every few months, I have to go in there. I have to rip it out. I have to rip out the.
That's kind of what happened with me when it came to the ingrown back in high school, but because it was literally it would develop, but there was this little callus.
Did you get surgery on it?
No, it honestly just healed on its own. Honestly, a lot of it was because I eventually just there was a callus that kind of grew around the corner of where the nail normally would grow, and I eventually just honestly said, "Fuck, I'm taking these toenail clippers and just trim that shit." Yeah, it was a callus, so there was no bleeding.
I have to cut the skin out.
Yeah, there was no bleeding or nothing, by the way, because it was a callus, so it wasn't it was just surface skin shit, right?
That's what I did last night on these two big toes.
Yeah, and eventually, doing that enough times, it just healed on its own. I know it's a little gross, but still,
Well, no, this is shit you got to deal with. Or you're gonna get the fucking staph infection.
Yeah, because I remember there's been times in high school where not often where I get sick, but when I did, I got sick, and that's the same thing to say. If I get sick, I get fucking sick.
I got a staph infection in my toe.
Oh.
It went in my blood. That's why I had surgery on both big toes.
That might have happened to me, maybe on a milder case, because there's been a couple times where it would have an infection. It would be all.
You can die. Staph infection means it can go into your blood and go right to your heart and kill you.
Same thing with
your toes can fucking kill you.
Yeah, also same thing with your teeth too. If you think about it, yeah.
Get staph in your
there are certain parts of your body you would not realize
vulnerable.
Been there.
Yeah.
With the
tooth. Yeah. They just gotta remove shit at that point. It's like
or just to do a hyper deep clean and fucking fill some shit up and stuff too, or a little mixture of all
antibiotics.
Yeah.
All right, Trump land.
Oh boy, you're reminding me. I was kind of hoping maybe we could do it, but okay.
Trump man.
Rocket Man even becoming president.
I am President Rocket Man.
That's absolutely not true. I have my entire career and life.
He's not president.
You can say
Well, you can say former president. Well, also there are people that every past president has also been referred to as president, even though they're the former president.
They'll still call Obama Mr. President.
Yeah, some people because Jimmy Carter's still alive, and some people, he'll still call some people, in journalists will call him President Carter or for President Carter, one of the two.
Huh.
It's like a lifetime term.
Yeah, and also, every former president.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, and every former president, always has at least, a Secret Service staff, until their death. So
Yeah, they
even
protect you till you
yeah,
die.
yeah, there's like at least
You know secrets, motherfucker. We gotta protect your ass.
it's not just
Yeah,
that, but
yeah,
it's
that's
also
true.
just due to the virtue of being a president and being such a figure like that, where the Secret Service is pretty much, their obligation is to protect presidents, former and otherwise. So
Well, yeah, because who wants to run for president when all the motherfuckers are getting killed after they fucking done be a president? Like,
Yeah.
you kind of need to protect them to ensure the whole idea of being
I'm
president.
really surprised Trump has
Sure.
had more than
It's
one
something safe,
assassination attempt.
Yeah, I'm.
well, no. Oh,
Right.
actually, I think I remember back in 2016 where Secret Service kind of like freaked out and kind of ducked him away for a little bit, but nothing really happened to him at all. It's happened before, and even Obama back in the day had a few attempts on his life, or at least plans.
Oh, really?
Not overt attempts, but at least plans to do so during
I thought
campaign.
he actually had like bulletproof glass, and somebody shot the glass, and that's how.
I think back in 2000. I think one of the earlier elections, it might have been either it was one of those two elections. It was during an
With
election
Obama.
cycle. Yeah, with
Obama was like standing there. They had bulletproof glass, and a fucking bullet hit the.
Because there was
glass.
and they found out it was a white supremacist kind of
Yeah.
like weird freak that wanted,
I
or
don't
some
think
shit.
Obama, he wasn't like a terrible president. He wasn't like he was like someone.
Yeah,
cool.
but
I mean, if you
that's better than the others. The others were like
Dude,
bad.
Yeah,
He was so, which is better than bad.
and I think
Clinton
that's
was
why a
not
lot of
very-
people are
Clinton
kind of on Kamala train a little
Clinton
bit.
was kind of so. I would say
Bill,
he was bad and had some so shit, but Bush was bad.
Bush.
Well,
Yeah, no, fuck
yeah,
Bush.
Bush
Yeah,
is bad.
yeah.
And then Trump has been pretty bad, and I'd say Biden's been pretty bad too. Biden's not so. He's bad, like not as bad as Trump. Or
You can only think
Bush.
of like literally maximum of 5 things about Biden that's good, and maybe it's
Yeah, it's
maybe
pretty
at
low.
minimum same thing, top 3 maybe for Trump.
Yeah.
Well, Trump's
Yeah.
kind of doing the same thing. Honestly,
Have you
you
seen
should have
Trump
seen that. You should have been hearing the first half of this
Have
shit
you heard
because
about
he's been
Trump?
seeing
He's
some wild
talking
shit
about
too.
Sharks.
Shark.
No, he's afraid of sharks. He's like,
Yeah,
if I had to pick between cancer and getting eaten
there's
by
more
sharks,
deaths in
I would
Florida
take-
because of sharks than anything or some shit.
He's afraid of sharks. He's
and also
talked
he
about
thinks
it all the time.
windmills will get you cancer too, like the
Yeah.
cancer from windmill. Dude, he says
Oh my
he'll
God.
say some wild shit, bro, and he
This is
say
the
a
man-
lot of it.
This is the man who gave you a bleach injection.
No shit, bro.
Like, don't all you Trump people, they try and say, oh, I don't know where that came from. You're just being dumb. Like, I'm sorry, you're a fucking idiot if you want to be blind to that. That was,
I don't disagree.
you can go find that anywhere. It's all over the place. That's not me making that. It's
You know
not
what, funny
AI
enough-
generated. That's 100% truth. It's been around
Yeah,
for
I know. Yeah,
half a decade.
You know,
now
also,
that
what's
he's-
funny enough, like, I mean, because I've been doing the vertical streams a little bit lately, there's been some conservative types of people that'll pop in every now and then.
I've seen it.
Yeah, and I'll just be like, one, you don't know me, but 2, and also it's like, I might be a lefty woke kind of person, but like, you might realize you got more in common than you realize kind of shit.
I gotta grab my phone out of the car.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, because like, I mean, I know one by name too, even, Glockinator. Like, he's popped in here. I think he likes to just kind of be here to troll a little bit, I will admit. But, I like him. I'm not going to lie. I kind of like to cut his jib a little bit. So I'm okay with him, chilling. But it's just like, hey, bro, I might be a lefty kind of woke type of dude, but it's like, dude, I think you might honestly legitimately like me a little bit if you just, like, stuck around and let me, like, tell you some shit. Or just like give you my background a little bit. Because I remember one time, it was like last Sunday, like the last time I definitely remember him popping in for a minute, where it's like, oh, you finally changed the shower. It's like, dude, I did that Friday night. I didn't do that Saturday. So like what? Because I have a work shirt and my hair's tied behind my back and I have my I had this hat on and shit. It's like, what? Suddenly I changed and showered. It's like, bro, you missed me by a day, bro. And I skipped it, that night too because I was going rafting anyway. So I showered last night. So this mane's all nice and fluffy and everything, and nice and polished up, clean. So it's like, I skipped a day just because I knew that was going to happen. But still, it's like, it just shows like motherfuckers don't know me sometimes. But it's like, because they're kind of stuck in their bias, and it's like, man. Oh, I want to break, some motherfuckers out of that sometimes. Because, like, I see that every now and then. He ain't the only one. There's been a few people I actually noticed that have been, like, kind of repeated names that have popped in the chat a couple times, in the last like week or so that I've been doing these streams, at least vertically like this. So, I mean, especially since, the algorithm on the vertical style things, kind of pops people up a little bit, especially if they already seen me before and comment on my shit a little bit, then, they're going to see me again at some point. They're going to be like, oh, it's you. Hello, whatever, and just chat with me for a minute. And I ain't the only one doing that type of shit. Ball does it, and I'm kind of taking advantage of what he's been doing because like I kind of see the game on it, and I'm taking advantage of it.
Loudmouth fuckers.
Oh, they're in there too.
Yeah,
that's why he was probably going the fuck out.
That's why I think they're barking. They're like, why is he out? Nah.
Why is he running around all silly gilly and I'm not? What the fuck?
I just gave him a bunch of JoJo's. From Rico. Give him a little treat for being so good in the car. They do get loud. I want attention being drawn. So you hear that shit? They need to shut the fuck up.
No shit.
Israel and the Israeli people.
No, I love Israel more.
He's trying to again divide and
it really has been some high school shit like that, though.
It is very well known that Donald Trump is weak and wrong on national security and foreign policy. It is well known that he admires dictators, wants to be a dictator on day one, according to himself. It is well known that he said
just for one day, though. Just for a day.
Just for a day. Yeah.
He wants
just for one day.
It is well known that he said when Russia went into Ukraine, it was brilliant. It is well known he exchanged love letters with Kim Jong-un.
Love letters! Oh, shit! That's some dummy mommy shit. Oh, yo, okay.
President again, because they're so clear. They can manipulate you with flattery and favors. And that is why
I'm paid for DJ.
So many military leaders who you have worked with.
That was probably our best answer tonight, by the way.
Yeah. That really was. Honestly, yes. Fucking A. That was actually good.
You have to have a president who is not consistently weak and wrong on national security, including the importance of upholding and respecting in highest regard our military.
Wow.
Oh, pro-military. Yeah.
No, but she's right, though.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah,
he's really bad with the military.
The military, the veterans are suckers and losers.
168 different countries.
If he says it here, I'll
68 countries. America's asshole didn't get a break.
Endorsed her last week. Said, I hope she wins. And I think he meant it. Because what he's gotten away with is absolutely incredible. It wouldn't have happened with me. The leaders of other countries think that they're weak and incompetent, and they are. They're grossly incompetent. And I just asked one question. Why does Biden go in and kill the Keystone Pipeline and approve the single biggest deal?
I went DP, did I mention any dumb?
Okay, here what happened.
Germany and
you bad.
Europe.
You bad.
They're weak.
You bad.
Oh, shit. By the way, he's paying a lot of money.
Thank you. We have a lot of issues to get to.
More of this historic
He wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
Sweet. I have a chance to the drink here.
Dude, these moderators have been pretty fucking awesome, honestly.
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I guess. Let's take some water again here.
Mute this bullshit, DJ.
Oh, dude, this is a pause break. What the fuck?
Okay.
So you
Wow.
You doing all right? I'm doing okay, yeah.
I'm a repeat do off.
You've been not
Can you see
feeling
chat,
great
bro?
lately,
Yes, I can.
so I'm just worried about you.
Yeah.
She triggered him so hard. Yeah. I mean, don't worry. So, I mean, I will admit, I've been a little, but the chat hasn't been super active, so I haven't really been paying attention to it. But yes, I can see chat. Especially the cross-eyes comment. Yeah, when she was comparing the fucking rallies and stuff from earlier, there's been a few little highlights that Mama La Harris has been doing a little bit. There's been a little Dami Mommy Mama La coming out with like, they just fell out of coconut tree kind of vibe, but I don't know. I mean, the moderators are honestly the ones bringing up their fucking A game, to be honest. Like, those moderators have actually been pretty fucking awesome. There's been a few times they've been some cold motherfuckers that I wish that energy would be on Kamala, a little bit. Because, like, they've been cold as fuck, with Trump a little bit. Like, straight up. They give him so much time to ramblando. Let him. Just let him do it.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly.
Terrible. He makes himself look bad. Like, sorry.
I mean, he does. That's why I just let him do it, because he just ends up, being hoisting his own petard at that point.
He did, like, what did he just say? He's like,
And they just shut him down immediately.
The country's leaders are weak and la 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 la. What? Okay.
And just kind of rambling on, be like,
I'm the strongest man, when it came to dealing with foreign policy, blah, blah, blah. Rocketman
But then
loved
you
me.
proceed to insult all the world leaders.
Exactly,
That's terrible foreign policy. That's not... How are you going to, like, make deals and get along and, like, do shit with people if you tell them they're fucking stupid?
Yeah. Hi, hello, watching from Hong Kong. Oh, that's where Young Heart's from.
Oh, what's up, man?
Hi, Young Heart. Welcome, chat. Yeah, I mean, I've seen Young Heart around here a few times.
What's
That's where
up,
you're
man?
from. Shit,
What's up?
you're across from the fucking Pacific Ocean.
Hell yeah, man.
I'm a hop, skip, and jump from the good old Pacific from you.
We all world citizens.
Hell yeah, dude. That's actually, hey, glad you kind of open up a little bit. That's pretty fucking cool, dude. Oh yeah.
I don't know why he's watching this shit, but like
the algorithm. But I love that though.
I meant like about the debate. I don't know if he's been paying attention, but like a lot of people in the world are paying attention to our election right now, and because the shit.
I mean, a lot because I've said it before.
It affects them, man.
Yeah, because I've said it before. As go America, so does the world in a lot of ways.
In some ways, in some places, and people in certain places in the world and countries, if we have a bad president, it affects them worse than it affects us. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
15 minutes.
Explosion.
I done blew up that crapper.
Oh man, I was about to go in there too. Don't tell me that.
I done blew it up, boy. Give that shit about 10, 15 minutes, man.
Give me a goal, 10, 15 minutes.
You need to dual wield some lighters.
Dude, am I honestly like, make a fucking firebomb and like, boom, the methane would just like, make a whole fucking fire in the room.
Goddamn, Stephon.
What do you do this time? Wait.
Is it being a little salty boy tonight? What's going on?
I'm like, I'm still down. He's like, is everyone still down to hang? And I was like, yes.
And we're having an additional individual. Yeah.
Should I bring the grill?
He was just dishing
talking about how he doesn't want to bring the grill. It's his idea to bring the grill.
And then he mentioned about bringing in first place, and now he wants to bring in.
And then I told him, like, oh, you're bringing grilled hot dogs. Like, 6 hot dogs is not very much. Like, how about I go to Winco?
Honestly,
I go Winco.
Wait, if there's 4 of us, that's what? Like 6 for... Oh, shit, that would actually leave it on number.
That's not a lot of...
I'm good on the hot dogs. I'm not a big fan of hot dogs. You all can fucking...
But you know what I mean? Like, I was like, I could go Winco, get some pork like we did the other day at the beach.
Yeah.
And we could throw that bitch on there, too. I could even buy some more hot dogs for 98 cents.
Somebody else respond, because...
And then he's all like, oh, this is getting too complicated. Like, because I'm saying I'm going to hit Winco, do that, pick you up, then meet up with him. And he's like, this is too complicated. I should have just relaxed today like I was planning originally. And like, oh, I'm not going to bring the grill now and just go to there by myself at the dock. And like, if you want to show up at 10, that'll work. But I'm not going to be there till 10 because I need to go get myself some food.
Sounds like he was doing, he said chores. So.
Groceries. Last time I looked at the chat.
I don't know. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like,
I would just be like, that's up to you. If you want to bring the grill, that's what I'm gonna say in the channel, but like that's on you.
Yeah. Right.
I don't care either way.
You can bring it.
I guess.
Yeah, sure.
That's up to you. I'm good either way.
Well, I guess they're now doing that. Anyway.
What are you gonna do?
Andrew, what say you?
Sure.
No, I mean, it's pretty fucking boring shit.
I was right.
I feel like, I've seen both of them score a few little jabs, but I ain't seen no haymakers out there. I mean,
I
don't think this is going to move the needle all that much in terms of
I wish there was a real physical duel. Like they had to take like dueling pistols or something.
Like, I don't see anyone fucking
a public dueling pistol and shit. Bring dueling back.
All politicians
I think you're pretty
in
much
boxing ring.
Pretty much going to be fucking looking at.
I actually would fucking love that. Watch, the whole idea of like Bernie comes in a steel chair and just like wally wops, some motherfucker.
On this side we got Donald Trump, and on the other side we got so and so.
Come on, oh dude, watch. Tim Waltz comes in with the fucking steel chair and fucking like smacks JD Vance the couch fucker.
Are we talking?
But then just shoves him in the couch and then fucking drops his pants and he's like.
Honestly, I feel like Tim Waltz would kick JD Vance's ass.
Oh, he would, dude. He's got that blue collar, like, I got that fucking power punch in him, dude.
He was in the National Guard and he's a football coach.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, I forgot about his football coaching shit. Yeah, dude, you're right, bro.
JD Vance is probably just.
He's a little babyface little bitch boy who wants a fucking couch.
He'd be on the couch, potato shit, getting fat, and then roll over.
Fucking the couch. Yes.
That's all the exercise he gets. You know?
All the exercise he gets. Oh, shit.
Tim Walsh would probably beat his ass.
Oh, he would wallywop him. He would literally fucking tackle him, be on top of him, and his sheer weight would just keep him from, getting out of it. And he would just be like, bump, 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 bump. Like, making his head like a little drum. He wouldn't even use much force. He'd be like, he would just literally do that. Bump, 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 couch fucker, bump, 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 bump.
Just draw a couch on his forehead. With a dick.
No. If you like Robot's Chicken, celebrity boxing, but instead of celebrities, he's presidents.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude! Political boxing, dude. Politicians box, dude.
That's what we'll call it.
Yes.
I honestly might get into politics as they start that.
Oh shit!
Let's see slumbags box it out.
Oh damn!
Tuba music too. Dude, yeah, there needs to be a tuba player behind Tim Waltz while he's doing that on JD. Oh my god, dude, yes, yeah, dude, okay. This all needs to be a thing so fucking bad. You know what? I know that would be closer to Idiocracy, but fuck it. That's actually the one the silver linings about it all. I want that so bad.
We win in a boxing match, though. Trump versus Kamala Harris.
Kamala. She's a cop. Like, dude, she's got that Dami Mommy cop fucking
she's
energy.
way younger than him, too.
That's true. Yeah, 20 years plus.
I don't think Trump would fight fair either.
Dude, he's a 350-pound fat orange buffoon that could. Dude, he would have a heart attack halfway through it and die. He would probably unironically die in that match, bro. I'm not even kidding. Yeah. He would probably have like a Big Mac, well-done steak, ketchup, goofy-ass heart attack, and just legit die.
And just like break his neck.
Punch him right in the fucking
right, broken neck, it's over.
Just right in the chest, heart attack ensues. He's like, oh, let me die, and just collapses.
I bet she still goes to the gym and shit.
Kamala owns a handgun, unlike Trump, who can't carry it around. Yeah, because Trump does own a gun too, but yeah, he can't do any of that shit. Because I remember, like there was like a news, thing, and I think there was even a video about him buying like some Trump signature Glock or whatever, like some Trump edition style Glock or whatever the fuck. Or some, dude, that's, yeah, so he also owns a gun, but he can't carry it around shit. You don't got no concealed carry. Kamala's a cop, so she's able to have that shit just by proxy, even as a former cop. Like, so.
She's probably fucking packing.
Oh, yeah. Some hideous gold-plated Glock. Yeah, it's some gold-plated Trump's edition Glock or some shit. It's so gay and cringy. 90s gay and cringy as fuck, bro. Like, straight up. And look, as a gun enthusiast, you'll never catch me with a gold-plated or silver-plated gun in my life, bro. That's just so cringe and gross. I
kind of want to get back to these people's debate and see what else they have to say. Personally, I don't really care for Deep Fried that much. Like, they say some funny shit here and there, but like,
yeah.
Well,
yeah, I know there's like we're kind of caught them in the break period, so I don't know how long.
I would rather just review the shit they're reviewing without their,
Well, yeah, we'll find out when they, I was just gonna have planned back on for a second because I know they're gonna eventually get back to it.
I don't see their views superior to mine at all.
Well, it's not about superiority or nothing. They just got their
Why
takes
am I
and
subscribing
perspectives.
to them if they don't have shit to say that's like that I can't come
I mean, there's a lot of people that disagree with them, but still find them entertaining. That subscribe and check them out and stuff. So
I think sometimes they're funny.
Do you remember anything about that one?
Sometimes.
He came out and just ripped up this
Sometimes they be on like this justice shit too hard, and I'm just like, okay.
I mean,
we all get it. We're right.
Well, I mean, it's just like their format of their show. Like, I mean, they're a lot more of like, we're like kind of like almost what we do. We're like bros, kind of ranting and doing our thing, but they just got their perspective about things, especially when it comes to entertainment.
I'd rather just be doing what they're doing without them around. Like,
well, I mean, the reason why I clicked is because, like, I mean, there ain't no way I'm gonna be able to do this without like at least some background shit. And first thing that it was,
you can't review the debate on your own.
it would drive me fucking insane. In a sense, and it's like
we'd be raging, but we wouldn't be insane. I mean, it's like
it would bore me the fuck out, honestly, a lot of times. Because
me and you here, we'd be like, pause.
Sure,
what the fuck? Like,
that's the thing, but yeah.
That's what they're doing. They're like, pause. What the fuck?
Well, it's in the break moment, so that's why that's why I turned down a little bit because last time we paused it, they were like, oh, well, I guess they're taking their little break real quick or whatever.
Interlude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the best fucking pawnage of the night.
Yeah, take a little pee break.
Thing, though. We need to start government like boxing.
It used to be a thing, but just like
they need to have team wrestling.
Yes.
Fucking the Democrats in Congress versus the Republican in Congress team.
Oh fuck yeah, I'd love that.
They got weight classes and shit, just like in high school, like wrestling.
Oh yeah, old school.
It's a team meet, it's like a team meet, and they have to score a certain amount of points to beat the other team.
Yeah, I'd be down. I'd fucking watch that. I don't know about the rest of you guys. I'd fucking watch that.
Like you're like 115-pound senator pins the other senator. You get like 5 points.
5 points.
You gotta have like 90.
We gotta throw some style points in there. How well did you beat the crap out of that other person?
I think they do that. I'm not too familiar with how they do it in high school wrestling, like in college, like the meets and how you win the actual meet. I don't know. They have individual at the end of the year. They have state. Like if you are really good individually, they have individual like state stuff where you just it's like your whole team don't go. You just go to state.
My cousin
at your weight class
used to be fucking college wrestler.
Wow. All right.
He was pretty fucking.
Dude, you got a lot of athleticism in your family. Like I've heard over the years. Some of your family just be like trashing themselves. Like my brother. My brother could have been a pro athlete. He actually is very athletic, but he decided to not eat his whole life and drink his whole life instead.
Well, my cousin fucking got. He kind of the wrestling went to shit because he got busted with fucking possession of marijuana.
Yeah, I mean that sucks.
Which was funny. I was laughing my ass off. I'm like, ah, the little golden child got caught with pot.
That sucks, honestly though. But honestly though, if they would have tested him, they do random drug tests in college for sports. And if he would have failed probably. So yeah, you know what I mean? Like, so kind of would have happened anyways. It's just worse that the cops happen with cops,
Well,
he was using it for fucking pain because he used to be like.
Yeah, wrestling is painful. It is. Like, I get it.
He did some like intense. No, he wasn't in the white class either. He was in like the heavier.
Like 185, 200, 05.
200.
Yeah, 205 weight class.
Yeah, almost 300.
Whoa, no. The biggest weight class is over 205.
Is it 205?
Anything over 205, you have to wrestle each other, which is fucked. Because you could be 206 and you have to wrestle a 300-pound dude. That's just not fair.
There should be kind of like extra heavier weight classes.
They don't do that in wrestling. Now, they do that in UFC. They have the light heavyweight, which is 205, and then they have the heavyweight, which is over like 230.
250 or something.
230, I think.
Which makes fucking
that's more sense. Like some dude's 235, he's wrestling a guy 265. That's pretty even.
Well, yeah. I mean, I would think that like if someone's like maybe like 235, but they're also still like someone's like 290 or almost 300, it's like that would be still a little unfair. So maybe like
at 250 that point, plus. In UFC, it's not all about wrestling. You can just knock a motherfucker out, and you're faster than them.
Oh yeah, well because the lightweight will make them more agile for that, but like the heavier dude, if you get one hit from them right in the face, I mean, they're kind of
at 235, you're still big as fuck, and you could take some punches.
Sure, yeah.
So
it's all about like variable at that point.
You have better striking, and you get like 5 or 6 hit on this guy, and evade his shots because you're that quick.
Mm-hmm.
It's over, man. That heavy, you get hit with that like 235 pounds. And then multiply that by the acceleration and force. And you get hit with 6 of those in like a matter of 30 seconds, you're going to get knocked the fuck out. Now, you're right. That big dude gets 1 or 2 good ones on you, you're done too.
Yeah.
But a lot of times those big fat dudes, they're so slow. They're just trying to get on top of you and sit on you the whole match.
Yeah, pretty much.
No,
Yeah.
that's how it happens usually at UFC. It's like, I'm just so big, you're not getting up.
I'm just gonna sit on your ass
for
and fuck
5
you up
minutes.
on that
I'm just
one.
gonna sit on you for 5 minutes. Like, those are the most boring matches. The super heavyweights. That shit's so fucking boring. I don't like watching the heavyweights. I like the light heavyweights. They're like the fucking lean big dudes. They're like still like 6'5".
A lot of their
6'8".
muscle mass, equates to their weight, so they still got a little agility and
Alex
stuff.
Pereira right now from Brazil. That dude is like he comes from like a fucking Brazilian tribe in the rainforest.
Oh, so it's like
I'll show you. Yeah, I'll show you a fucking photo of him. He dressed up.
That's pretty cool.
They painted and gave him like fur and stuff. He straight looks like a fucking puma.
Like in addition, it's like tribes person. So
like
I mean, if he
face
has that
paint and, like,
background,
everything.
that's who he is. I mean, to express a lot of that culture and make it kind of mainstream almost. That's kind of cool. Wait, what the fuck?
What?
Oh, I honestly thought that was some shit. I was hearing that noise over there. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I thought there was like a UFO about to abduct us or something, bro.
Bro, look, that's how big he is. He's the top 3 when you just type in Alex. Right under Joe.
Well, no, give me a full picture of it.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, I just
give me a pic.
I will, but my whole point at first was to give you a pic, and then I seen Alex, and he's number 3. That's how big he is. He's that well searched. Like,
well,
like this is him. Yeah, that's just him. His fighting. It's just him. His fighting like normal self. Now I'll look it up. His indigenous shit. Like,
ah, shit, yeah.
God thing, what's that little Cracker Barrel over there? Snowball guy say. Who didn't join us for fucking kayaking where it was lit as fuck. Saw salmon. Saw a bald eagle.
Fucking cat fucked shit up.
Oh, did the cat fuck some shit up?
Yeah.
Damn.
Not cat. Cat. The woman.
Oh. Wait, what?
She got man problems and wanted to talk to Harley about it, and then she ditched his ass. Because women are fucking weird.
Oh, is that what's going on?
Yeah.
I didn't know nothing about. Oh, okay. So, I was a little hyper. Honestly, I kind of forgot about her, to be honest.
This is one photo.
Whoa.
That's one, but I've seen one where he looks like a fucking puma. Like they do it different.
Dude, he looks like a fucking warrior chief that is about to like slaughter half of your fucking people and fucking like take your women and make him his like,
that's no joke. He
concubines or something, bro. He looks like he's about to fucking like make you your bitch, dude. Honestly, I love the drip, though. Dude. Here's a good, more enhanced photo right here with that shit. Bro, that is bad the fuck ass, honestly. I love that shit.
He's undefeated, man.
Dude, that's a peacock shit, and I love it.
Nobody can defeat this dude, bro.
That's like some hyper masculine, like fucking, like.
There's another one.
Oh, that's even more like war.
Yeah.
I'm about to fuck your shit up. I'm about to raid your village kind of shit.
Like.
That looks like, I'm
scary as fuck, dude.
I'm ghostly and I got the blood across my eyes, but I'm also peacocking, showing my flex against you.
Shit's scary, dude.
Dude, that, like, imagine if, facing that in battle, spear on spear. I'll be like, oh, shit. I'll be like a little, oh, shit, this guy probably knows this shit.
This is the worst.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God. That's, he said, I'm going to eat you.
Wait, hold on. Yeah,
I'm going to eat you.
My fucking phone.
Our tribes are cannibals.
Oh, shit. But yeah,
we're going to eat you and sacrifice you to the gods. The Incas, they would do shit like that, so.
There we go. Yeah, he looks like he would literally carve my heart out and eat it.
Yeah.
Damn, I might be good at one of these.
Well, hey, there's enough time to show it.
Fucking drunk over here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this thing's kicking my ass.
How much have you had?
Like half.
I thought you said you were sipping it.
Yeah, that's. I'm about halfway on mine, but your shit's more powerful. Don't go too hard. We still gotta go.
Don't go hard.
Said you didn't know this war.
Dude, they really.
Look it up, Paul. How
Face
exactly
crazy.
will you do that? And I want to ask a question tonight. Do you want Ukraine to win this war?
I want the war to stop. I want to save lives. that are being uselessly, people being killed by the millions. It's the millions. It's so much worse.
It's not millions, but okay, they're
Numbers.
hyperbolic.
Look, we're in for 250 billion or more because they don't ask Europe, which is a much bigger beneficiary to getting this thing
Yeah, they do.
than we are.
They literally do, though.
$50 billion
What?
less because Biden and you don't have to ask Europe like I did with NATO.
You.
They paid billions and billions, hundreds of billions of dollars when I said either you pay
Check
up
comes
or we're
due.
not going to protect
Bro,
you anymore.
Tank is wildin'. Tank, dude, Tank.
Oh, sweat index.
But
Kamala Harris getting under Trump.
The
Hold
Cenk
on, I'm
Uyghur
sorry.
sweat index.
Real quick, real
Every
quick.
trap she's
So the guy who just fought and beat
This is
the dude from Poland, Yuri Proceska.
Protaseski.
Yeah, Proceska.
Protaseska.
Yeah, he fucking said this about him in their fight, their pre-fight talk. I didn't know
Oh,
that.
Jerry Proskaska.
Yeah,
Jerry Pierre can't fight without conjuring spirits. He's
correct.
out there fucking conjuring spirits. What the fuck? Well, you know,
Who cares, dude? Who cares? Like, he's still
He's
gonna
just,
beat your ass.
if anything, it's just a flex. I mean, if anything, he's just proud of his,
Oh,
tribal
fair.
culture. Oh, you know what? I bet that was some weird dog whistle. It's like, oh, this indigenous person flexing his, savage natives voodoo spirits
yeah.
and shit. It's like, dude, there's like some racist dog whistling shit with that. So
But
fuck that,
Actually, that guy's usually pretty cool. That guy's pretty cool. But I mean, when you're in a fight interview, you kind of need to do dog.
or like a little amp up shit. But
They
still,
do.
you don't have to target the dude's culture and shit over it.
Look, that's the face off, and he's just wearing the headdress.
Yo, dude, that headdress though, dude.
Yo,
Is that Joe Rogan in the background?
Oh yeah, Joe Rogan's.
There's just Joe Rogan's face, just like, just kind of there with a smirk. And he's looking at his shit, being like, "This
No, that's not Joe Rogan. That's Dana White. He's the
Dana White. Oh,
owns UFC.
he literally looks like a Joe Rogan clone. I'm not even gonna lie.
Nah, they're a little different.
Nah, dude, he literally looks
Yeah,
kind of
a
like Joe.
little
Dude, my first thing I was like, oh, that's Joe. But
No,
if it's Dana White, I mean, okay, well,
I'll show you. They look different. Like, I'll show you a photo of them together.
okay. I guarantee you, I'm probably gonna say that they look pretty goddamn similar.
You're kind of right. They do look similar.
Oh,
Like, yeah, they could be cousins, but they're different though. Still, they're close enough. I see there's a resemblance, especially with the baldness. You know, if they had some hair, it'd probably change some shit. But yeah.
I mean, they are like at first glance, they are pretty damn similar. Though.
Yeah. But yeah, no, not the same guy. But yeah, similar. Yeah, definitely. I would agree.
How is the sweat index looking right now, Paul?
They're both fucking
good point.
fighter
I think
dudes.
that as
Like,
well.
that changes your face. They've shown it. Like, people who come back from
Yeah, I
war,
have heard.
their face is not the same when they were a kid.
Yeah.
It really, the testosterone and the flex and the stress changes your face. The muscles be used differently, you know.
Dripping, sweaty, very sweaty, dripping. Yeah, that one not so good, not so hot. That definitely favors Republicans. And we've seen that bear out before.
When I'm president-elect, and what I'll do is I'll speak to one, I'll speak to the other, I'll get them together. That war would have never happened. And
It would never happen, and it will stop
Their
day
TNT is
one.
actually not covering live. They're going live right after.
The hell.
Got
But
it.
after I left,
We'll
when I
have to
saw
tune in
him
and
building
see
up
how the sweat index is
soldiers,
looking at
he did
that
it
time.
After I left,
Yeah.
I said, oh, he must be negotiating. It must be a good, strong point of negotiation. Well, it wasn't, because Biden had no idea how to talk to him. He had no idea how to stop it. And now you have millions of people dead. And
Come
it's
back for
only
a
getting
topic
worse.
that's like,
And
hey,
it could
buddy,
lead to
before you
World
go
War
off
III. Don't kid yourself, David.
How's
We're
Biden doing?
World War III,
Not so
and
good,
we have
though,
a
but not so
president
good.
that we don't even know if he's. Where is our president?
No,
We
they're
don't
the
even
teeth
know if
things.
he's a
That
president.
ain't not happening.
Actually, weirdly enough, yeah, weirdly enough, Trump's kind of right. Where the fuck is Biden? He's vacationing off in Delaware for like the rest of his presidency or some shit. Like what?
That's stupid as fuck.
And also, this is where I kind of critique Kamala. It's like she's VP. She could do some Darth Cheney, VP Cheney shit where she can
Well, she's running a campaign in short notice.
Yes,
Nah,
but
she's got a lot.
I
of
get it,
time
but
to
she
make
could
up
get
for
like
it.
she could get some White House staffers to kind of tag along and be like, "Hey, can you pair it? For this,
No.
give me the documents."
She's trying to go all in and win the 4 years instead of 4 months.
No, I get that. No,
that's
I
way
do.
smarter. I'm sorry, I disagree. You need to get the 4 years. That 4 months is nothing. Like go all in.
Well, here's
Win
my
shit.
thing about it. Like,
you don't
what
go all
shit?
in,
Well,
you're
hold
gonna
on.
lose. You're gonna
Well,
lose.
hold on. Here's my
You're
perspective.
behind. She
Well, hold
said
on.
we're underdogs. That's her perspective. I'm
It's
an
neck
underdog.
and neck. It's kind of a coin toss, to be
Well,
frank, right
she
now.
thinks they're underdogs. I think she's.
And
right
that's a
about
good
that.
way to kind of optically, push it for
If
sure.
you really believe you're the underdog, then you need to put everything in to win. You do.
Exactly.
You don't have
But
time to be doing
but
other
that's
people's-
kind of where my
You have time to be
well,
doing
hold
your
on,
job,
hold on,
and
hold on.
You know, her job is to campaign and be VP. She shouldn't be doing Joe Biden's the one to be blaming.
Well, no,
He just do his fucking job. You think she should do his job for him?
I mean, no. Here's my take about it. Because
Come on
he's
now.
not doing his job, and I agree with that 100%. Like, because I honestly don't disagree with what you're saying, though. But it's just like, I mean, I think she could take at least, the time so where it's like, hey, I have a week before I have to go to like Minnesota and I'm in Arizona. I go back to the White House really quick, and you know what? Behind Joe Biden's back, let me flex a little bit about like, here's how my campaign's going to look like, and as a vice president, I'm just going to push some shit. Like that's what I'm kind of saying. Like, I get that, she's kind of on like, crunch time. I get it.
Need some cool points.
Yeah, that's where my take is from it. I don't think she should just like avoid campaigning and stuff. If anything, that's honestly a lot of where I think, my kind of take from it is like she could use that as a flex, be like, hey,
I got shit done.
Yeah, I even while Joe Biden was doing whatever, and even if she kind of takes a slight jab here and there while still complimenting him about that, she could be like, I got some shit done, and this is how my campaign's going to look like, and it's going to be at least a simple, basic foundation of how my campaign's going to look like. She can that's where my thing is with, and I get it. Like, it's a crunch time the next like 50-something days, until election day and shit. It's some crunch time hardcore shit, So it's like,
I think she needs to go all in, man. Like, I get what you're saying, but
yeah.
I think she needs to go all in on this shit.
I mean, for sure. That's where I'm kind of, about it, myself, because like, and that's kind of, I think, where the multi-pronged approach, all-in kind of tactic is where I'm coming from a little bit, because it's a different prong of the all-in approach a little bit. Like, just like, that, maybe the 1 week, in between different states she's campaigning in, she can just like go to DC really quick, flex some shit, then, like, on the day or two she's over there, and then, the next day or two that she's campaigning somewhere else, like.
Let's get Harley more involved, because he's getting sleepy drunk over there.
I am not.
Yeah, you are. You are.
I am not.
I mean, there's a little dopamine loop. I mean, I know you got some takes. I know you're not as involved as a political walk boy, but you got some blue collar perspectives that I really do take, myself, honestly, because I think that's where my, like, kind of both,
I was thinking we should take off pretty soon, honestly.
Stefan hasn't told me he's leaving yet, so.
Oh, it's over. I thought he fucking was getting shit together.
I haven't heard nothing from him. Have you?
No.
I'm kind of going based off of what you guys are saying now at this point.
Sure.
Because I know what's going on here. It's not, too long either, but.
Alex Pereira, bruh. Alex Pereira. YouTube Shorts.
See him hit the power cube? He got 191 on the power cube with his right hand. That's not even his left hook. He probably doesn't want anybody to know. Yeah. Hit it with the left hook. that's the sleeper. That left hook is the sleeper. It's crazy. He just touches people. Even when he wins, he's never like, It's always like,
Another day.
Another dude I put to sleep. Like, even after he beat Izzy, he just walked away from him.
What, did he fall from a coconut tree? What, just fall from a coconut tree? Damn. Boom.
We have a president,
Mr. President,
that doesn't know he's alive.
Wait, oh, damn, I missed it. Oh, whatever.
For Ukraine to win this war.
It's best interest to get this war.
Is Biden even alive or not? Who knows?
Negotiate a deal, because we have to stop all of these human lives from being destroyed.
I want to take this.
I love human. I love human.
Let's surpass Indians, the Ukrainians, and Russians.
Human lives must be.
Or anyone else I don't give a fuck about. It's basically everyone but me.
And would it be any different from what we're seeing from President Biden?
Well, first of all,
He's alive, bro. No.
former president, you're not running against Joe Biden.
No, Joe, you're still the president.
Actually, the reason that Donald Trump says that this war would be over within 24 hours is because he would just give it up. And that's not who we are as Americans. Let's understand what happened here. I actually met with some
She loves Alex Pereira when he walks out into the octagon. He likes doing laughs in the while. He comes in the octagon and he does this.
One of the most important norms, which is the importance of sovereignty and
Oh, I like it some air.
With President Zelensky, I
Indigenous
shared
shit,
with him
like I'm gonna
intelligence
fucking pull,
about how
I'm
he
gonna
could
kill
defend
you
himself.
with my fucking bow and arrow.
Went to NATO's
Shit,
eastern
like
flank, to
it is
Poland
fucking
and
scary,
Romania.
dude.
And through
Ah!
and others,
Okay.
we brought 50 countries
Like, I'm gonna
together
fucking
to
kill you.
support Ukraine.
And then he's fucking cold. He knocks someone out. He's just like, yep.
Because of our support,
Everyone when they're like,
because of
oh, I fucking knocked him out.
the
Celebration. He's like, knocked you out. Cool, bro. Just walks away all like stoic and shit. Oh, he's the scariest, baddest motherfucker right now, dude, on earth, probably, man. Like, dude, straight from fucking jungles of fucking Brazil and shit, man. Like, I'm sorry, man. I finally found this video. I'll show it to you later. 9 minutes long. Joe Rogan going off about how fucking scary and bad this motherfucker is. We got more footage of this fucking face painting shit in this video. Took me forever to find it, but I found it. Fucking took. You saw me. I was like, "Where the fuck is this video?"
I know, you were kind of sunlocked there for a second.
Fuck, dude. Dude's fucking scary as fuck. Don't rule out these indigenous peoples, man. They got.
I never do. I honestly want to learn from them in a lot of ways. I mean, you kind of know where a lot of my philosophy comes from outside my generic kind of American
You want
politics.
to talk about chivalry and like giving back to your community? This dude's straight
and
like
giving back to Earth too,
Yeah,
to an
this
extent.
is
I mean,
straight up
I respect and look up to a lot of indigenous
But,
indigenous American
this guy's
people.
straight up like, I am my chief. I will go fight for you in the fucking octagon.
Yeah, the Mayans,
Make
Moltec,
millions of
Incas,
dollars.
the Tolmecs,
I'm gonna make millions of
Aztecs.
dollars and just bring it back to the tribe. Like, for real. Fucking hardcore, man. So I've just fucking been blessed with this shaman.
Hillary,
We are children. Ben Shapiro says versus Harris and the moderators. Shocker.
My balls are so sweaty right now.
I understand.
I'm not.
Damn!
It's not just about
I'm wiping them off with my sword.
Damn.
I'm in commando mode right now, so.
Thankful.
That might be a part of it too, because the undies, are absorbent. They ain't absorbent,
but they make it warmer. You're sweating harder.
Yeah, that's true. That's why I kind of trimmed to be neat, because it kind of helps balance it.
Tomorrow's gonna be 15 degrees colder.
This is the kind of debate.
Nice. Yeah.
65 and
Yeah.
I'm just like perusing Twitter.
In September? September I've always thought was the start of fall, to be honest.
October is.
I know it is.
Because of climate change.
The usual suspects are saying Trump destroyed her. The usual suspects are saying Kamala dismantled him. And the truth is, this is just good everybody to
world
fucking
right
sleep.
now.
In the last hour. I wanted her to respond to something. I'll give you a minute here.
No.
Don't give him a cigarette.
But he would have been sitting in
They don't need to be smoking this damn cancer
He would
stick.
have been sitting.
Bro, I've been smoking a lot of
Moscow,
cigarettes lately. You just have
much
been
happier
around.
than he is right now. But
Like, I've
eventually,
been
he's got
smoking a
feel
lot
that
lately.
Other people
You
don't have
bummed
the
him off of me,
capabilities in
so
order to talk
fuck
about
you.
that. He got nuclear
I gave him
weapons.
$5 last
Nobody ever
night
thinks about that.
because I've been
And
bumming off of him.
eventually,
So
maybe he'll use them. And
Just
maybe
saying.
Shame
he
on you.
hasn't
You
been
shouldn't
that
have given him
threatening.
cigarettes.
But he does have
It's
that.
bad.
That's
We don't
homeboy,
even
I'm
have to talk
quitting
about it. Nobody
everything
likes to
like
talk about
next
it.
day or
But
two.
just so
So
you understand,
What happened?
I was telling you earlier, I almost didn't buy these, but Stefan kind of got me all edgy.
Later, he went in.
And I'm trying to hang out with the homies because the end of summer, you know.
Weak and stupid.
I'm trying to get along with everybody.
Don't be weak and stupid.
I'm not trying to be edgy back, you know. I'm trying to just be like, well, whatever. We let that Stefan weird shit flow off the back like a duck.
Everyone forgot to have
Water off the back of a duck, you know. That's what I'm trying to do. Water off the back of a duck.
Or like a fish.
That is smart as hell, dude. Actually, look at that. Look what he's doing. Look at that. Look at that fucking genius. That's smart as fuck.
They sent her in to negotiate as soon as
Got
they
some
left.
genius shit to you, Harley. That was smart as hell.
President Trump, thank you. You did bring up something.
Don't tell me that's not comfortable.
Vice President Harris.
It looks comfortable.
Yeah, again, I said at the beginning of the speech, you're going to get a bunch of lies coming from this fella.
No.
And that is another one.
From this fella.
When I went to
It's smelling
The
here.
reality is, it has been a
It is pretty hot in here for some reason because it's kind of cold out.
That upper lip
outside
is
a
getting
little
a grip from you though. That's
Oh shit!
Concrete.
It's not at
who
first.
shows
Yeah, it's thick up there.
understanding that the alliances we
Oh shit,
have
Trump got
around
some
the
snot in his
world
nostrils?
are dependent on our ability to look out
Some
for
big-
our friends and not
Fucking
favor
geriatric
our
nurse needs to
enemies.
come.
He might be a
Like
source
some
of Maddie. It's like, oh, let me do
Get some cocaine before you.
So I know you might have.
Very much what is at
I could see
stake
Trump
here.
doing
The
cocaine
President of the
before a
United
fucking
States
debate.
is
Oh no, honestly, he
And
definitely did.
predicted when he was going to debate.
Dude, honest,
Do you remember he was going to debate Joe Biden?
yeah,
And
he
was
went.
talking about all the drugs.
Yeah, and then
Joe
also,
Biden-
I mean,
No,
here's
that's
the
what
nurse.
my
Here's
dad-
the
you know what my
signature
brother-
of a coke addict.
Well, you know what my brother did? What my brother did last night? I told him like, dude, you look. Before I came over here,
I know you were telling me
You
about it
look
last night.
so drunk, your eyeballs, man.
Yeah, he came over
Like-
here. You were telling me about it. I
And you know
know.
what he texted me? He's like,
I know. I told.
you looked. I've seen it in your eyes. You're drunk as fuck, Logan. I was sober as fuck before I came over here. Like
Yeah.
I was literally so sober, and his ass is trying to project his own drunkenness onto me. And that's some Trump shit.
Yeah,
They're gonna put him on all the fucking.
because I mean, Trump has like legit, like in a lot of debates, will literally go and also sniffle a lot and shit, and have like
there's
little
no way he
drippies.
hasn't done cocaine before.
Of course, I mean that's the point.
Trump
He does it
sure.
before his debates.
He partied with O.J. Simpson. That motherfucker
And
definitely
Epstein,
done some
yeah.
cocaine.
Oh, absolutely.
100%. And Billy Bush.
Grab
You know what I'm referencing? Grab him by
Have
the
a
pussy.
right to rely
my pussy, I don't even
on a
wait.
president who understands the significance
Wait.
of America's
One second,
role
one
and
second.
responsibility
One more thing.
in
All right,
terms
hold
of
on.
ensuring that there is stability.
So you know what's his name? The guy from SNL originally. Now Mike Myers.
Yeah.
He has his own show, late night whatever show, and he's like talking about how Trump's like, this woman accused me of attacking her on the plane and assaulting her years ago and whatever, right? And like, would I really just do that? Like, I'm like famous and stuff. Why would I just like grab a woman and like kiss her and like just do that, you know? And it's like, bro, you literally have a video on tape of you talking about how all you gotta do is just like make a move and start kissing on him. You can do anything you want. You can grab him by the pussy. Like you
I don't even
literally
wait.
said that before. That's what you do. Like that, you said you do that,
Yeah.
and now you're trying to like, would I really do that? Would I be that crazy? Dude, you said you do that. Like that's your go-to. That's like how you do. Like
Yeah, no shit.
that's how you get your jollies. Like you
Yeah,
just,
for real.
You just take it.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily some rape shit, but it's like this is happening.
I mean,
Like,
it
you
is.
know?
I mean, it kind of is because it's like coercion. I mean, it's like forcing the consent.
Well,
yeah.
there's rape and then there's like non-consent rape. There's a little different. There's all on like, bitch,
Isn't it all
I'm
the
grabbing
same
you by
thing?
the hair and like putting you down and
Well, it's not
and
like
then
kind of
there's
role
like-
play. It's not like kind of
like,
rough foreplay kind of stuff.
come here. Okay, now
I mean-
I'm gonna do this. Now we're doing this. Like,
I mean,
and she's like, I don't know how to say no right now.
Alright,
I'm frozen.
in a little bit, let's grab the chef and go.
Yeah.
Because he's on his way.
Okay.
oh, is he? Okay, cool.
Stand
see the
up
final
for
little
our
parts of this little
principles and
debate.
not sell them for the benefit
It's an
of
important night,
personal
though, man.
flattery.
We talked
Marlon,
about
you even
Ukraine
know when,
and Vladimir
when
Putin. I do want to talk
Basically,
about
driven this point home a few times about Trump
November.
being flattered by strongmen like Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, man, we got like less
The
than
most
2 months
amazing
before
thing
we have
I've
a new
ever seen.
61 days.
He's got these countries.
That's
Shit's about to change. Me and yours paycheck might get
He
fucked
said,
up
I've never seen.
by
He's
both
the
these
head of
fools. They
NATO.
both,
He
they're
said,
both
Yeah,
fools.
seriously, fuck the
I don't know.
like, is there a
I don't know
one
which
party
one-
state?
I don't know which one.
Two-party masquerade, one party fucking state, dude.
And they paid so much money.
They're gonna fuck up. Both of them are gonna fuck some shit up. Guaranteed. I just think Kamala Harris will fuck up shit less.
He said it was.
It's probably
He's not gonna do a Joe Biden and just establishment, keep the status quo and don't do shit. She's gonna try and change some shit because she's young. And young people shake shit up. Like,
Well, she's not that young. She's like 50-something years old.
but that's young for a politician nowadays.
Yeah.
She's gonna try and shake some shit up, and it might not be good.
The way that withdrawal played out.
Hey, first woman
Well, I'll
president.
tell you, I agreed with
I hope
President
she does
Biden's
well, because
decision.
then guess what?
to
People
pull
will be
out of
like, never
Afghanistan.
again.
Four
Never vote for a
presidents
woman
said
again.
they
Like,
would, and Joe Biden did.
And that's fucked. More than half our population are women.
America's
You know that?
taxpayers are not
Yeah.
paying the
You know there's more men in
$300 million
America,
a day.
more women
We
in
were paying
America
for
than
that
men.
endless war.
Yeah, thank God.
And as of today, there is not
True.
one member of the United States military who
Neanderthalic
is
as fuck.
active duty
No,
in a
that's
combat zone.
There are a lot of men that kind of honestly act like that. A lot of Republican far-right extremist party, acts like that.
We are.
Not
Remember
us.
when he was president?
Man, I disagree with that. You know why? Because of the fourth wave feminism calling us to like get rid of all men because inherently we're inferior with our masculinity.
It was a weak,
And masculinity
terrible
is.
deal.
I don't really think that's much of a thing anymore,
He
honestly.
bypassed
I've
the
heard
Afghan
videos.
government.
That's
He
like,
I know I have too in the past, but
Still a movement, however small.
The negotiations
they're not a significant one. Not one worth the time, to be honest, as far as I can
third wave
tell.
feminism is still aggression towards men. That's not equality. That's just like fucking wrong. It's like that trans person I told you about who thinks that guys are fucking crazy and like.
That's not really fourth wave. That's just like some weird extra bigotophobia bullshit going on there, honestly. Some other stuff happening.
Wrong. Like,
Oh yeah, I don't disagree,
I don't think that
but
should be a
still.
thing at all.
They were
Like,
just envious of Russia. I didn't
leaders. And this
I want privilege.
former
Not
president,
equality. I
as
want
president,
privilege.
invited them.
Men have had privilege, now women need to have privilege. I don't like that.
This orange fucking faggot here.
This orange fucking faggot here. Scotty,
To
damn.
be commander in chief with a level of respect. And this gets back
It's
to
not the faggot,
how he
orange
has
bitch.
consistently disparaged and demeaned
Trump is like
members
a
of our
Gary Stu
military,
character from one of
fallen
Brett's books,
soldiers,
and Kamala
and the
is
work that we must do
Kamala,
to
yeah.
uphold the strength
Trying to read.
Dude, can you
of the
no?
United States of
Because if
America
Brett
around the
Keane
world.
wrote a fucking presidential debate series book,
to her saying that he began the
I
negotiations.
can't even fucking imagine
So,
how insipid the political
If you take a look at that
questions
period of time,
and answers would be.
the Taliban was killing our soldiers, a lot of them, with
You're an
snipers.
idiot. No.
Oh my god. Yeah, dude, what the fuck? That was because of American interventionism in the first place.
You're
We
right,
toppled the
originally
government. Yeah, and we've been doing that for 20 plus years.
Hold up.
Yeah, we're gonna.
One second.
One second. Yeah, pause moment.
Before Biden and Trump, we had eradicated the Taliban out of Afghanistan. Almost under Obama, only 11% of Afghanistan was held by the Taliban. We almost eradicated them out of Obama under Obama. I know you're not agreeing with me on this.
Well, no, I am, but also
under Obama.
No, I know you're saying facts.
If Obama had 4 years, four terms like FDR, we might have fucking won that war.
Well, I mean,
actually won it. Like,
we
were winning. It wasn't like Vietnam. We were winning.
Well, here's the asterisk to it. Like, I mean, the Taliban government, because they were there well before we even intervened.
We almost eradicated them completely.
Well, hold on. Like, before Bush intervened into Afghanistan shit. Well, it was just after 9/11. Like, because of the Caliphate of Afghanistan, which the Taliban ran prior to our intervention. Like, which they pretty much reestablished long-term, blah, 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 whatever. But, like, before then, they're saying, hey, we know where Osama is. He's got, like, some compounds here in Afghanistan, but also in Pakistan. Like, we will collaborate with you, Bush, to help with that. But he was like...
Pakistan's become a threat, actually. Pakistan.
To an extent, yeah.
No, they used to not be, but they are now.
Well, also, there's also extra geopolitical shit with Pakistan and India and stuff. So that's a whole different thing.
That's what I'm talking about. Like,
yeah, because, and they were saying, like, but then Bush was like, we don't negotiate with terrorists. And they included the Taliban because Al-Qaeda happened to be involved in Afghanistan, and they just equated them because they're Islamists, Arabs, basically. That's pretty much
not the same fucking thing.
Exactly. They're not. And, because the Taliban and Al-Qaeda hated each other, and they were combating each other even before we were getting involved.
Like what you're saying, nowadays we got Hezbollah. Hezbollah is not the same thing as
they've been around. Yeah, Hamas is only around since '94, and they're a recent movement.
But Hezbollah they're not the same.
They're not.
They might be Muslim, but they're completely different things, right?
But because of that religious / racial ethnic shit, they all tend to be like equated as one fucking thing. So fuck them all, basically.
They got different agendas.
Yeah.
All right, just saying, like Trump though. He's trying to claim, like,
because he's just saying wild shit and being a wild, lying fucking scum.
He's trying to say, like, he was better on the Taliban? No, dude.
Fuck no.
He was the worst. Bush was better on Taliban, and Bush was hella fuck up on that. He was fucking kicking the Taliban's ass with Obama. And Trump allowed them
Obama was after him, so I guess, wouldn't it be Obama would be better about that at that point?
who's the one who started that shit and who was about to end it? Obama was. And fucking,
well, no, Bush started it back in 01.
I'm saying.
And then Obama, well, the only one who was willing to actually pull out was Trump, but then he didn't do it, and then Biden finished the job under Trump's like plan, basically.
Trump's like all cool with evil ass motherfuckers taking over shit.
Of course he is.
And that's what happened, bro. And we kind of rebuilt Afghanistan's major city centers the way we rebuilt Germany and Japan post World War II. Think about Kabul, the capital of fucking Afghanistan. We've been in Afghanistan so long. People
like Kabul.
Our age group, there were people born in Kabul who had safety, security, and they had education. They had libraries. They had hospitals. They had everything we had. Democracy, like capitalism, the way we have was there for them. And now
in Kabul specifically sadly.
But they had that. Now they don't.
Yeah, because Taliban, came back and reestablished,
because of Trump. So I'm like,
well, Biden, Obama, and Bush. All of them, all play a role in to blame for it.
Obama's the reason they had all that.
He was
those 8 years.
Well, no, the puppet government.
McDonald's there and shit because of him.
That was going on, during Bush's term because Bush was the one to establish the puppet government that Obama continued with and stuff. Because it was about the geopolitical effort to keep that government in place, and as soon as we left, then it was going to collapse. And now it's just kind of unfortunately the band-aid we had to remove to get the fuck out of there.
Now the same thing's happening in Iraq.
That's just been a fucking disaster for way longer too, as well. Because
I watched the interview of the Iraqi president, kind of like, we are getting overran right now, and we're like, we don't know what the fuck to do. We're gonna lose this country. All that war we had, like,
it's kind of a weird silver line. It's like Saddam, as fucked and as fascistic as he was kind of like a stable powerhead, in that region. Same with Assad in a weird way until we tried to save
famines
Syria
going on and fucking people dying and
all just kind of really
all the terrorists and shit. Like, nobody's safe now. There were some people safe because of American fucking military presence. Like, you can say we shouldn't have been there in the first place, but our being there actually benefited a lot of people.
I don't know. I've heard some pretty disturbing shit about what happened in Iraq and
doing some fucked up shit to civilians.
But also, there was also the T-boys in Afghanistan, where a lot of these warlords that we collaborate with would just literally have pedophilic,
Actually, in senior year, I had to take an extra half credit of English because I got a D in English one year, so I had to take another half credit. So I took a half credit of war and history with Mr. Schenk. And at the end of the semester, we were studying the Iraq War. And we had a book it was like something insurgents or whatever, right? I forget the name of the book. But in the book, there's one of the main protagonist soldiers for the U.S. He's seen these soldiers, 2 different events. Seen U.S. soldiers do some weird pedophilic shit, and he killed them.
Frag them?
He killed the fucking U.S. soldiers. And then later in the book, he sees some fucking Muslim guys gonna diddle some boy that was just playing soccer and
some probably warlord chieftain or some compatriot to him.
He killed all 4 of them. And then their friends came to find him, and he killed them too.
Damn.
And so the military put him dishonorable discharge shit on him or whatever because he's
because it was a secret deal.
He's killing civilians or whatever, but it's
and it was a secret. Yeah, because it was a secret.
He's killing pedophiles.
Yeah, he was a secret deal between a lot of these different weird, fucked up warlords and their compatriots. To basically.
But he's both sides. I've seen soldiers do it. I've seen these fucking weird Muslim jihad people doing it. I killed all of them. I don't care. Fuck with kids.
Yeah. And it's happened more often than people want to really honestly admit, especially not just in Afghanistan, but also Iraq.
It is written. I believe it's true. I believe that.
Oh, it is. 100%. Absolutely the fuck it is.
And then we had an Iraq vet come into our class who was actually a substitute teacher for the district for math. And he was in the Iraq war for multiple tours. And he came into our class and talked to us about the Iraq war, legit, younger guy. Told us about it. We had a World War II vet come into the class and talk to us. He was in the Navy. He was one of the youngest. He was 17 when he got in the Army. like went into the Navy, and he was telling us
I
about
remember,
his fucking shit.
I remember
blowing
at
up.
middle school, I used to have a,
He had to swim in the fucking like shrapnel ocean, like to survive from this fucking ship getting blown up. Like,
damn.
There was some cool. We had a Vietnam vet come in. Like, we actually got Shank was kind of a pussy ass piece of shit to certain people. Like, he had some bigot shit. Like, he targeted black kids in
It was
class.
kind of racist a little bit.
Sometimes a little bit. But some of those black kids were asking for it.
Were they though?
One or two of them were. Like, for this one guy.
But just because like they happen to be a little rebellious, or
he was.
I mean, I was kind of the same way too.
Not like this kid. This one particular kid.
I mean, I have my stories to myself, but I don't really attribute their.
I was just kind of like he Trump. I mean, not Trump. But Shank was definitely like, oh, black kid is rebellious. I'm gonna
target that kid specifically because I guarantee there were probably white kids who were rebellious in his classes.
He would send them to SMO or whatever. This kid, he's like, I'm gonna get you expelled.
A target specifically, kind of
a
shit.
Little bit. There was a little bit of that there with this Trump. With I keep saying Trump, but
because honestly, the guy almost sounds like almost one of the same with the personalities.
Similar in ways, yeah. But Shank was a good teacher. Not gonna lie, like he had some really good. He didn't go by the fucking curriculum. He was like, I'm gonna make my own curriculum, and it was good. He made us read. He made us write some critical thinking shit. Like, he was a good teacher. Like, I'm not going to lie. Dude, I seen him at the library, like, a couple years ago. And he's like, Logan, I remember you. I was like, what? He was there with his kids just getting books from the library. I was like, okay, fucking Mr. Trump. What? I mean,
Mr. Trump.
Mr. Shank.
Dude, your brain is on Trump or some shit right now, bro.
Debate. Like, it's weird. Like, he's better than Trump. Don't get me wrong, because he's a decent teacher. But like, there was a little bit of some bigoted republicanism there, and he had a little bit of an insecurity complex because all of his brothers were athletes. His dad was actually a Olympic boxer, and you know what he did for sports?
What?
Swimmer. But he didn't win nothing. He was kind of a pussy swimmer like guy.
Oh. And
his brothers were all like college football players.
Probably just like to swim just to do it, but probably didn't really.
They're like, you have to do a sport, bro. We're a sports family. You're like,
Yeah, probably forced into it. And it's like, well, I like swimming, so I'll just do that.
Yeah,
and probably just didn't care as much about it.
He was like the pussy of the whole family. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, all of his brothers and dad were like, we're fucking hardcore, fucking big motherfucker.
Big macho masculine.
Because you saw Shank. He was a big dude, actually. He's like 6'3".
Yeah, I mean, honestly, he's kind of like a big. Yeah, I never had class with him, but I know you're talking.
Yeah, to him there.
Yeah,
he's just got the genes,
Yeah,
but that wasn't his personality. He's not a sports guy like that,
Right. Yeah.
So, anyways, just a little tangent there. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Just saying though, like, that class was good, and I learned a lot about the Iraq War, because a lot of the Iraq War, what I learned initially was just from the news and people's like hearsay.
It's kind of hearsay.
Because I was growing up with it.
Yeah.
Now I know a lot more, and that was a turning point for me with those books and the interview with that Iraqi fucking soldier, that fucking Iraq vet.
Yeah.
That kind of changed shit for me. I was like, this is something I need to review historically. Like, just because it happened when I was a kid doesn't mean it's not in 10, 20 years going to be like the Vietnam War was for people 10, 20 years later. Like, this is a thing to study now.
Right, yeah.
It's got some historical significance to it. It's not just some random stupid war. Like,
it's just not some bullshit. It's like, oh, it's a little hiccup before.
Geopolitically changed some shit.
Yeah.
And affected our
societally people. And culturally changed how America was ever going to be forever since.
There was another soldier in that book who he got sent home, and he moved back to his hometown. And he was just never the same. And he ended up
PTSD and trauma.
He wrote a note and told them what he was going to do, and he did it. He was like, I'm going to, my last few drinks, go to this bar, have a great time with my kinfolk, in the local small town. I'm going to drive around the lake, and I'm going to fucking crash my truck, and kill myself in the lake. And he did it. Because of this PTSD,
trauma, like, it's consumed him, and our system in the VA probably fucking failed him all.
He was afraid he was going to hurt people in his own community because he had this like bloodlust from the war he couldn't get rid of.
There's a lot of sad as it is. There's a lot of even I personally know that
he wrote
still kind of have this like background, kind of like kind of enjoy it almost thing.
Where it's like, this is what this guy wrote. This is like not me as the author. This is an excerpt of his letters.
Yeah.
Like I got access to them, and like this is what this guy was thinking, and he wrote it down. It's like, wow, we are not doing well by our vets. We're not taking care of them enough. Like,
yeah, the VA and our fucking federal government's fucking failed of this because they just see them as expendable. They just like, oh, once you're done, then
in a way, I respect that guy for killing himself rather than doing this like shooter shit.
I mean, was he even really going to do that in the first place, though?
Felt he had the urges.
Well, I mean, that's not inherently his fault. It's just a fucking failure of our system. I mean, I don't really like respect that in a sense, just because like, oh, he decided to do that. Like, I mean, you know, a lot of it
could have been saved. Yeah,
yeah,
didn't have to.
That's what I mean.
If in his mind, he had no choice. It was either like go.
That's just how he feels. But it's like, I mean, but
I gotta save these people from myself. You know.
But those aren't the only alternatives. Obviously, how we personally feel one way or the other about shit isn't.
You can critique him all once, but be in his shoes and think about that. What are you going to choose? In his mind, he was choosing the right thing. He thought he had no options. Like,
sure,
especially in a small town that don't have the VAs involved and stuff. Like bumfuck America rule shit, where there's like 5,000 people in the town. Like, you can't get a job because there's no industry. You know, it's tough. I know I kind of brought you down with that shit a little bit. Like,
because it's just like, fuck, dude. Because how many people are forgotten like that, you know?
He's not, though.
War in general, because it wasn't the U.S.
War's a racket. Immediately Butler said it. I have his fucking book. It's a very short book.
No, fuck the U.S. in general, because we're the ones who supplied them with guns in the first place and taught them how to fucking use weapons. The U.S. itself...
It's a military-industrial complex.
Harley with the fucking knowledge, man.
Fuck the U.S., because they were supplying the Taliban with fucking weapons and teaching them how to
use Mujahideen back in the 80s. You were absolutely fucking right.
How to use drones, fucking
javelin missiles.
You know who copied us? The Russians.
Oh yeah,
they saw.
Actually, weirdly enough, we kind of copied them in a weird way because of the Soviet-Afghan War in the 80s, and then we did it there and no one.
Any better though?
Yeah, we never made it any better. And in fact, the Taliban, which eventually prior was the Mujahideen. Oh, that's the deadline. Here you go. But yeah,
dude, that one died already. That's
sadly, yeah. But yeah, like with the Mujahideen, they split to become Al Qaeda and the Taliban, and that's why they hate each other, and that's why you were saying from earlier, about that shit, like when it came to Taliban and
different agenda.
Yeah,
that's why
different stuff. Yeah, the Al Qaeda weirdly enough was more radical, wanted to do a global jihad, while the Taliban just wanted to do guerrilla warfare. Yeah,
both of them.
We did.
But they have different...
We had Osama bin Laden in the fucking White House of Reagan with a few other Mujahideen leaders and shit.
Yeah,
and now...
everybody wants to sweep that under the rug, but I'm just like, no.
Yeah, fuck Reagan for allowing these fucking...
supplied them with the weapons
I love Harley's, like, I'm not political, but he is.
Yeah, then out of nowhere, you'll flex shit like this, which is why I love you, dude, because, I know you're not as informed, but, when what you are informed with, like, it's base as fuck. It's in straight truth. It really is, man. You should never underestimate yourself when it comes to your own personal politics. Is that you got a lot of like insightful shit to say where I'm like, ooh,
Harley,
shit.
Like, if all for it, like America goes to shit and we all have to move out of this country because they're like, we hate gays. We're gonna hunt you down.
Or just like hide in the Cascade Mountains and do a commune or some shit or something. I don't know.
We're gonna put you in fucking
death camps or whatever.
Like the Jews, They'll do something.
The Wyoming style of Auschwitz or some shit. We're all just like railroaded over there or something.
We go to Iceland, Harley. We go to Iceland, Harley, like legit Iceland. I want to go there with you and this guy because I want to get to know that place. Because if I need to leave America,
we could find some hella hot, Icelandic dudes and bitches, straight up, and just like be like,
no, they will take you. They'll pay for your healthcare, everything.
Especially if you find a partner in Iceland.
All right.
I know about how their politics are about like immigration and stuff, and if you have a partner, especially when it comes to maybe getting married, they will be like, oh please come here and diversify our genetics and all this other shit.
You want to move here? Hell yeah!
Exactly, yeah. Like, they welcome people coming to their country, and if anything, they'll even pay you a stipend for it. That's why I mentioned about, like, if you have a relationship with someone out there, because they'll even pay you a stipend to go over there. Be like, even if you have, like, some average Joe blue-collar shit, even if, your Icelandic partner has, like, some, like, long-term career kind of thing, like, who gives a fuck? I mean, you're now in our, economy, and we can take advantage of that, and that'll be great for us, and it'll be great for you, kind of thing. It's a benefit all the way. It's a win-win-win across the board.
I'm thinking, like, I looked up a video and it was like best places to move in case of like World War III shit. And Iceland's one of the top 5.
I'm not surprised at all. Because they're like one of the few countries that ain't going to be really involved, even if there's like a brigade or 2 out there.
I think Costa Rica's number 1. Number 2 is New Zealand. But the problem is New Zealand will not allow you to immigrate. They don't want you. But
they're strict as fuck.
Yeah, they're strict.
They'll even look over your social media pages.
Iceland isn't, because they have a fucking genetics problem.
They even have an app where it's like, hey, are you dating someone from Iceland? You're an Icelandic person yourself. Oh, make sure they're not genetically related because you don't want a baby with them.
Homie, did you know about that in Iceland?
They have an app for it.
They literally can't have new babies because they're just so genetically homogeneous, and they want. And they're like, oh, you're brown? Come here.
And also, when I was in Iceland, I went to the Saga Museum, and one of the workers that was working there, she was born and raised in Iowa. But she had like a few disabilities where she wasn't able to take advantage in America, obviously, because America's fucked. But she, met someone online in Iceland, and she was like, oh, I love this person. Let me visit here a couple times. And they eventually got married, and she got citizenship like fucking that. Yeah. And she got a job at that museum. And ever since then, she told me her story, and it was like, dude, fucking A, I love that shit.
I would totally like move there, and they'd pay for my school because they need medical shit. They'll pay for your school if you're going to medical.
Oh, in a lot of European schools do that. Like, Sweden, Finland.
Finland right now will allow you as American to come to their country.
And they'll pay you to do it. They'll subsidize you.
And become a citizen. Yeah. And get a fucking good job. But Iceland, it's like, all I got to do is meet a beautiful Icelandic woman. It's like, I'm here now. And they're like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That's basically. Honestly, legit. Yeah.
I don't have that much fucking, like, I have, like, not that much genetic diversity. I have a little Norwegian in me, come to find out. A little bit of Norwegian.
It's definitely enough diversity to where they want you.
I got that Greek blood.
You got a little bit of Mediterranean Greek blood in you.
All right, you stoner drunks, let's go.
A little bit. Give me 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm going to play a song. You got a nicotine mook for me?
Yeah, I could do that for you.
Oh, yeah, I'm not happy seeing Logan smoking nicotine.
One smoker in this group is enough.
And honestly, I think it's just enough.
God damn it, I'm the smoker of the group.
My phone